Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wayland Gaming. This is the first game of the MSA Cup. We're just getting into the coin toss at the moment. It's going to be Khakies up against New World Order. So Khakies with the tails, and tails it is. So, first to second pick. We need to find out. My apologies, everybody. I'm just busy chatting to everybody in the lobby trying to get the game going. We just need to get Khakies to decide first or second pick. Then we need to see which side they take. Okay, we won't start immediately. I know we got a player that wants to restart the game. That's okay. We'll just wait around while they get that started. We don't want to have any issues with the lag or ping. Don't forget, you gotta give a thumbs up in game to pause. Okay, it looks like the teams are going to be staying on the sides that they are. Oh, nice. We have Ginger Ninja joining the lobby. Get him up here on Discord at the moment. Ginger Ninja, welcome to the channel, my friend. How's things?
Thank you, brother.
How's life treating you?
Just came off work, so, still a bit tender, but it's all good. We get cracking.
Yeah. Hard work, protecting and serving the nation, isn't it?
Try my best, bro. Try my best.
Yeah, well, with Ginger Ninja at the border, but I don't think anybody wants to really get into our country all that desperately.
That one's for sure.
It'd be more about stopping them going in the other direction. All right, so Mr. Ninja, we have Khakies up against NWO, New World Order. Going to be an exciting, intense matchup. Both teams quite good. Both teams have some strong players in there. Good team synergy. But this is the skin series, so we're just going to see how everybody selects according to those skin series and see what's going to happen.
I check you. Well, I see one name I know. Yeah, it's Kaiser. Yes. Do you know what he plays?
Well, it's sometimes when you see players at rank, to be honest, they play a certain hero, particular role, unless they're going in 5-man. When you meet them in 5-man, and then you say like, oh, okay, I know what their role is. Yeah, so
I got you.
Yeah, things change here so quickly. But think if everybody's ready, 8 p.m. on the dot, can we start?
Yeah, just give me a second while the drafting phase is going, and then you can handle that. Just give me a second just to grab my bearings. Yeah, I'm still in the car.
Wait, it sounded like you're gonna grab your beer.
Well, maybe that's if I wasn't at work.
True, very true.
And now I'll just be watching. I'll click in a bit.
Okay, so the teams are ready. Let's get started with the first match of this best of 3 series: Khakies versus NWO, New World Order, in the very first match of Most Wanted. So into the banning phase we go, and we got little Panda X with the first ban of the first game, the first day of Most Wanted. And it's a direct ban straight out. So could this possibly be them wanting to pick an Esmeralda or something slightly tanky on the XP lane? So we've got lots of people in the chat just can't wait for the game to start. Let's go is all I see. Alright, so this is followed up by NWO with the usual Hayabusa ban and Khakies with the Diggy ban. They're definitely going for a set comp by the looks of it. Yeah, well, I do. Archie and Jonka saying it shouldn't be a draft phase if it's a skin series because everybody pretty knows what they should be picking here, but according to the skin series. And so the NWO forgoes that second ban. Just so that you know, this is a skin series. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with what's going on here, players have to be drafting according to a particular set of series of skins. We've got the Dragon Tamer on the side of NWO. And so they come out with the Valier, the Estes pick, and most definitely the Marsha as well. Though I'm not sure. It's the Saber series for NWO. So they've got the Cyclops, the Layla, which, well, otherwise we wouldn't have normally seen, and a Saber pick. Yeah, Adrian Raka, well, it's only a pleasure to stream a games for you guys. I'll be looking forward to your matchup in the next game. I'm also interested to see who you're going to be selecting in your team lineup there. AlchemyX with quite a lot of strong, good players. So we got a chip ban because, well, you can ban chip. I was wondering whether the Khakies was going to go for the Lance or the Ling. I would have myself liked to have went for the Ling, but that's just me. Who knows? Maybe this Lancelot player is one of the top tier Lance players in our server, and he's like, no, I want to play this Lancelot. We've got 2 retributions. Okay, Kimmy is changing to Flame Shot. And we've got the final 2 picks for the side of NWO, which was going to be the Freya and the Johnson. So we've got all the skins from the Saber series versus the Dragon Tamer. I don't know which team is your favorite. I don't know which skin series is your favorite. Please comment in the chat just so that we can know all about what your opinions and thoughts are. Also, what do you think about the matchups based on these skins? I know some teams would be complaining getting a not so grand skin series where you gotta try and do something. I don't know we'll see who got the Lightborn series. That would be the very, very rich team amongst us. Yeah, Toyota is commenting about the Johnson, very interesting pick. I don't know if this has got something to do with the fact that it's a car, and Toyota is commenting. And when Johnson looks a little bit more like a Jeep. Could be a conflict of interest there. Alright, so we've got Khakies taking the blue buff first with the with a Lancelot, and Saber here starting his blue buff as well. Both teams looks like they're going to be rotating to different sides of the map here. As we get a quick rotation here from NWO. They're waiting for the Litho. Oh, nice poke coming out onto the Cyclops there. Slowing him down. She's going to be first blood to the side of Khakies. They managed to get that Cyclops down and escape with half health. Valier in the early game does a lot of damage. A lot of damage, and especially if he lands his skills. So uncontested Litho goes to the side of NWO. Lancelot not wanting to actually compete for that. Again, look at the damage coming out here from the Valier onto the Johnson. I know Ginger Ninja must be wetting his himself there, waiting to try and get on there to sing all the praises. Oh, nice poke damage coming out from the Kimmy there on the top lane onto the Layla. Meanwhile, Marsha trying to get set up, trying to do a little bit of baiting. No, they're not trying to get the kill in there. Estes comes up to heal his teammate here on the top lane, and they're going to try and engage, use that early heal from the Estes to their advantage. Layla positions quite nicely and manages to get away. Meanwhile, we've got a lot of poke coming out from the Johnson onto the Lance. Uses that ultimate of his to escape. Does he have the mobility? No, he does not. Saber gets a return kill. Cyclops gets that kill on the enemy Lancelot just before the turtle, and that's quite a big pick off there. Johnson coming in there with a lot of poke damage along with the Freya and the Cyclops. Meanwhile, Estes coming in to just make sure that she heals her teammates up just in time. Oh, slight overextension by the side of Cyclops. An engagement, but he manages to reposition quite nicely, but the Marsha gets a burst damage coming out there. Freya, meanwhile, going ham in the midst of all of that, and manages to pick up 2. So it's a 3 for 2, although the uncontested turtle goes to the side of NWO and the Saber. Johnson going for a drive, deciding that maybe he wants to turret dive this Valier, but they managed to get away. Nice positioning there from the Valier. Saber probably going to use that dash to escape. Marsha trying to hunt him down. Johnson, I don't think has enough health to go and save his teammate. Oh, Marsha diving in onto the Saber. Reshi comes out to try and save himself. Freya is trying to counter-engage there. Oh, Freya, nice engagement from there. Manages to save her teammate, get a lot of damage out, but she needs to get away before the Valier comes in and just does a ton of damage. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we've got the Layla managing to get a lot of poke damage off onto the Kimmy, but she responds with the ultimate, saying, if you're going to poke me, I'll poke you back. Meanwhile, Lancelot sees that the Layla is out of position. Nice dodge from the Layla, but she's going to fall any which way. Lance gets that ultimate out. Oh, is she? She uses the sprint, but wow, the second skill cooldown is just in time. Meanwhile, Saber jumps in there, manages to get the Kimmy in return, but Lancelot, does he have enough to get the second kill? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, right here, I think the skin series is just going to make me go insane, the amount of damage and kills that is going out here. And we got 2 more that fall, 1 more that falls on the side of NWO with a bit of jungle invasion that was going on between the Freya, Cyclops, and Johnson.
Yeah, man. This is some juicy stuff.
Yeah, the chat is waiting, Mr. Ninja. They're waiting for you to start talking about Valier.
Well, I was already in the chats, I don't consider myself a simp, but I do love myself a Valier, bro. It's like the one legend that...
Flicker comes out from the Layla, but the nice engagement coming from the Johnson. Layla manages to get the kill and she's still alive, though Kimmy is doing a lot of damage. Layla's trying to clear that wave. Meanwhile, you've got Saber there into the backline, gets the ulti off onto the Valier, but not enough damage just yet to take him out.
He's a bit, they're risking it all, running back for that, man.
Lots of poke damage coming out here. Meanwhile, we've got the Cyclops and Freya starting the turtle, waiting for Saber to try and get in. But we've got the Lance in a very, very nice position. Gets the red tree off. The red tree steal clutched from there. Meanwhile, on the top lane, there's a kill that goes out onto the Kimmy. Johnson sticking around and making sure that Layla is getting fed.
That's always dangerous, bro. That is always dangerous.
So, We've got Estes slightly out of position. I don't think he realizes the Cyclops is in there. Cyclops engages onto the Estes, manages to get the ultimate committed. Some heals coming up there. Meanwhile, Johnson making a drive down towards the bot lane. Does he have the ability to get onto that Marsha? Yes, he does. What a smash! Marsha down. Are they going to be Freya pushing that bottom lane, taking the full advantage? Meanwhile, Layla and Cyclops trying to do a lot of damage onto the Lancelot. He manages to get away. Valir pushing in the mid lane there, sees the Cyclops is extended towards him, but doesn't have the burst damage just yet to deal with it. Oh, nice engage by the Freya, but Valir with a beautiful second skill. However, Saber comes in with the ulti. Valir with his ultimate just to like that, auto purify. To get away from the Saber there. Meanwhile, Lancelot comes in. A lot of burst damage coming out. Manages to pick off one. But Freya is just poking him down. And those spinning wheels from the Saber just managing to get that kill. However, Valir and Estes going in. They managed to get the Saber down. But Estes falls in the process. And he's just trying to use that mobility to get away. Does Layla have the damage to take him out? No, he doesn't. Like a maybe 10 HP survival there from the Valir. And through all this action, Marsha says, "No, let me take this the bot lane turret in response." So it's a turret for turret exchange. It's 6 seconds to the first turtle of the night. We've got Marsha already getting into position here with Estes, but you got to be careful of the Johnson driving around.
100% agree. How are we looking there on items?
Well, we'll check this in a moment. I'm just waiting to see what action is about to start here, and then we'll check as things go. So Freya trying to get into position here to dive onto that Lancelot. Johnson coming in there, crashes onto the Estes. Quite nice damage. The follow up there, the counter engagement by Khakies there. They managed to get two. They managed to. Are they going to manage to pick up anybody else? Freya is just trying to do as much damage as she can. Lancelot goes into counter engage, manages to burst them down. Layla makes the rotation here towards the mid lane, but she's going to get zoned away. Marsha trying to get to jump onto her, but a little bit too low health. Already 2 of the health bars down, so not really wanting to engage in there. But through that rotation, nice engagement from the Lancelot. Beautiful burst damage coming out from him. At the same time, we had both the top lane turrets falling. Johnson crashes in there. Is there the follow-up damage coming out? Estes trying to save and heal everybody up. But we get... It's a 2-for-2 exchange, though. Marksman and Rome falling for the side of NWO, where it was the jungle and Rome for the side of Khakies.
There's so much action, man.
Oh, yeah. Gonna need a sip of water after this.
For real.
So, Saber trying to get the ultimate in there. He really wants to get that Valir after Valir escaped so many times. I think it's going to be a bit of a grudge there. So, Layla taking a drive.
Yeah.
Maybe hoping for a little bit of a drive-by shooting. They see I'm trying to follow this.
You say Layla's from the hood?
Oh, they're coming around all the way again. Marsha is slightly out of... Oh, Marsha uses that skill of hers to slightly reposition.
I think
Khakies trying to be a bit safe there. Oh, he crashes into the wall. So he misses that particular thing. Meanwhile, there's an engagement there on the top lane. Saber and Freya managed to pick up the Kimmy. Gold slightly on the side of Khakies here with the first Lord of the game coming up. Engagement from Lancelot trying to get some damage onto that Cyclops. Meanwhile, Freya's doing a ton of damage onto the Estes. Will she manage to get the kill? Yes, she does. Meanwhile, Lancelot taking a lot of damage from the Cyclops here. Marsha trying to commit the ultimate in there to try and get maybe a pick off damage. But meanwhile, Johnson's coming in for the drive.
Vroom, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, decides.
Another crash.
Crash and burn there from the Johnson. Meanwhile, both teams are congregating here around the mid lane. Is it going to be Setting up for the next Lord. Is it going to be an all-out brawl? Look at the damage coming out from the Kimmy.
I think this
Beautiful engagement
congregation
there
is
from
going to
the
turn into a
follow-up from the
bloodbath,
Marsha.
man.
Meanwhile, there's a
Yep.
kill that goes onto the Lancelot there. Kimmy
This is
trying to
gonna
do
be
a
ugly.
whole lot of damage, but she gets busted down. Meanwhile, you've
Yep.
got the Johnson into the backline, manages to pick up one, but he falls himself. So it's going to be 2 for 3 exchanged in the favor of New World Order. Meanwhile, as
Oh,
Saber tries to push in
Saber dies for nothing, bro.
he's trying to push in the mid lane wave there. It was actually the Estes who got the kill. And then the follow-up damage coming in onto that Cyclops, but they decide that they don't want to overextend just yet.
Freya with some lane pressure there.
So both mid lane turrets down, both top and bot lane turrets down. The lane pressure is quite even. The gold is
I think
almost
we
even.
might see mid drop now.
The kill count is almost even.
Oopsie. Layla, one hit.
Thought she was going to
Nada?
engage on there. They're getting a lot of damage coming out onto the Marsha. She pops the Vengeance. Still has a full health bar going. Probably will try to get a little bit closer to the Estes to get some heals in. Estes, though, taking a bit of damage in from the Layla. Nice counter engagement from the Valier. Lancelot into the backline, getting as much dashes as he can. Oh, beautiful engagement there. Nice burst. Freya commits the ultimate. Tries to get at least one kill in return, but no doing there. Meanwhile, the top lane turret, Johnson pushing that top lane turret in. There's an engagement onto the Cyclops. Do they have the damage to burst him down? Yes, they do. So that's 2 down from the side of New World Order. And Lancelot tells his team, let's get going and take this first Lord of the game while we have the advantage. Though Johnson coming in with a Rite of Death, crashes into 3 of them, manages to get 1 kill, but dies in response. Meanwhile, oh, what a beautiful play there coming out from the Lancelot. Excellent play from him. Realizing that the Saber was coming in to ulti him, he manages to use his ultimate to burst him down and escape and get the Lord at the same time.
Just need to take a second to mention that my Valir got a 707 there.
Yeah, little Panda Dex doing quite a lot of hard work there on that Valir.
Yeah, I think he's definitely capitalizing on the damage from the Lancelot.
But he's doing a lot of poke damage on initiation himself. Okay, we've got
That's true.
Kimmy, who just dashed in there, trying to get a bit of poke damage off, but gets poked in return. Lord slowly pushing up the bot lane. Oh, Johnson crashes into 2. Oh, and a beautiful engagement there from the Freya. That was quite nice from both the Johnson and Freya. Meanwhile, Lancelot engages and manages to take the Layla out. He's just going to hope that his teammate manages to save him and protect him. Oh, what a nice second skill to avoid the damage coming from the Cyclops. Yeah. So it looks like the Lancelot pick that we were talking about was just a beautiful one. Meanwhile, the Lord pushing in onto the base there. Johnson trying to make sure that the Lord doesn't take down that turret, and it doesn't. Even though the shields do fall, the minions are taking the top lane turret there. Yeah, we got.
I'd just like to take another moment to apologize for Valir there. I feel like that was my fault.
Commentator's curse. We got. Kuro SA saying that it's a one-shot Johnson build. Oh, nice engagement there onto the Marsha. A whole lot of damage and the Saber ulti to follow it up. Meanwhile, the team seem to love to try and get this mid lane wave pushed. It's an all-out brawl here in the mid lane for the most part of the game. Yeah, so we've got Freya caught slightly in no man's land. Teams moving around, trying to get into a nice position. They realize Johnson comes into the backline. Johnson with the damage again. What a nice engagement from him. The Valir falls to the Layla. Meanwhile, the Freya comes in there and they finally manage to take down that Lancelot. And so now it is a 2 for 4 exchange. Only the Marsha left alive through all of that.
Yeah, just looking at the map spread here, just before that engage, man. This is Khakies red, yes?
No, it's NWO.
Wait, let me use. Oh, yeah, sorry, Khakies red. So, red team was extremely spread out. You know, more or less in like a line formation, and
oh, look at the damage coming from Layla as she manages to take down those 2 turrets, the mid and top lane turret. Also, yeah, Cyclops got a lot
very, like compact.
Yeah. Also, Cyclops is that's true. That is true. Also, Cyclops doing quite a ton of damage at the moment. We've got the 12-minute Lord coming up, at well 15 minutes, because there was quite a delay before they were taking that first Lord there. So NWO deciding to not waste time, trying to get in straight there, to get that
Lord
Lord. Oh,
will go
look
for
at him!
this
How
baby, mate.
fast it falls.
Yeah.
So the talent advantage going to them and the enhanced Lord. Could this be the beginning of the end, or do you see a possibility for Khakies mounting a defense and coming back?
Well, honestly, bro, I've come back with Valir in this exact position way too many times. This is the prime position. Like,
Oh,
first he
Johnson with
stops
a
some
beautiful
invaders and
engage.
not die.
Manages to pick up two. And the team follows up in there, though the the Cyclops falls there through all of that. But the Lord pushing in onto the base, and no marksman
I believe
really
the
to
Cyclops is
defend.
not there.
Will they have the opportunity to turret lock? Would they? Trying to distract the Lord,
Mm.
trying to pull it slightly away to the side, but
Believe it.
Lord just
What
marches in
weapons do
there
they have?
onto the Nexus. Freya is not ignoring everybody, just jumping in there to the tower, focusing on the turret lock there, and the first
Alright,
game
yep.
goes to NWO. So
Tide lock for the dub.
Saber beats the Dragon Tamer in the first round of that matchup.
Yeah, so basically what I was gonna say is before they so rudely interrupted me with that engage is if you can force an engage and not die just before the Lord reaches midway, without you wasting Valir's skill, you've got more than enough opportunity to hold that line. Because I mean, you can reset your first skill on the Lord. If anyone decides to move in front of the Lord, they're gonna eat first skills like nothing. You know, that's infinite CC in my opinion. You know, so there's definitely there was definitely an opportunity to hold that back, but that Johnson was just extremely rude. It was like, nope, not today.
Okay, so I'm trying to get the teams into the lobby for the next game in this best of three.
No problem. I'll jump into making myself a cup of coffee. How's that? You
Okay.
want some?
Wish I could.
Actually, I've never heard you say, oh, "Hey, man, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee."
Okay, I'm just trying to get Khakies into the lobby here, but I'm not sure why no one's accepting. Did I do something to offend them? I don't know. So I see Toyota still going on about the Johnson and cars there. I wonder why. Is it something in the name? And we have Khakies gone offline.
Interesting. Maybe they thought it was the best of one.
Let me maybe. Let me double check with what's going on here. Mm, we're just waiting for the saber from NWO. Let me just find out what's going on with the Khakies. Because they all headed offline. Maybe they were to reset their phones, possibly.
Quite possibly. A mass reset.
Okay, the Khakies, I think, we're just having their technical difficulties sorted out, and they'll be back in the lobby shortly. So as we wait for both teams to join the lobby, we've got a substitution in here. NWO with bringing Mickey in there. Mr. Mickey, I'm sorry, you can't be in the spectators lobby. You're gonna have to join your team to play. This was very entertaining first match, though, I must admit. There was quite a lot of things going on in the game. That was, well, I would say, really intense to cast because it was just action sequence after action sequence after action sequence. Didn't really have a time to even breathe.
That was good, bro. It was honestly good. It was some crazy stuff to watch, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And I really enjoyed watching that Bully, bro. Like, he did a really good job. You know, even though his team lost, he made me proud. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, that's all you can do in this life.
Johnson had a few solid ults as well. Some
Yeah.
crazy driving, but the ults that landed, dang.
Yeah. He went for the damage Johnson, but the moment he got into the backline, it was like whoever he crashed into, it was like one shot, one kill kind of thing.
Tried to.
So we have, just for those of you who don't know, we're gonna have a giveaway, a Starlight giveaway for the top comment of the evening between both matches, which would be Khakies versus New World Order, followed up very shortly with AlchemyX versus Wolves. Though we will have something a little different compared to our usual streams, Ginger Ninja. We're going to have the MSA draft in the midst of the second game between AlchemyX versus Wolves. So there's going to be a bit of a break for those two teams because, well, I suppose they might need a break. It is a little bit late in the night. So after their first matchup, we're going to go straight into the MSA live draw to see round 2, stage 2, the round of 32. We've got the teams all set. We've got our Wheel of Fortune up and ready to go. So it's going to be quite an interesting thing coming up after these matches. So
what time will that draw be again?
So that stream starts at 10 p.m. on the dot.
So that's when our break starts. Very good.
Well, actually, I think that
Before.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna be on break. I think I have to do the actual draw. I have buttons to press, so it's not really.
I mean, me and chat, and maybe if chat wants to join, join you there, they're probably more than welcome.
Mm-hmm. Well, you need the chat. The chat is what keeps things going.
That's the thing.
Like talking to the chat. And
but me, unfortunately, I'm gonna be taking a break.
So we got Sci folks here saying South Africa. Love to see it. Thank you for everybody who's been commenting on the live stream here. It's the chat that actually keeps things going. We got Adrian Yonker here, Hachiman, for those of you who don't know, but he keeps changing his name more often than I change my underwear, I think. I don't know if that's revealing too much about myself, so whatever he is now in the game, it was Sanzo. I'm not sure what it is now, but he's like Ford for the win, most definitely. All right, so we're just waiting for one more player from Khakies to get online as we ignore my own squad mates who don't seem to realize that I'm streaming. They just love to come and sit with their captain and cause all sorts of havoc and troll people, because I think that's what my squad likes to do. All right, so we've got a full lobby. We're just going to wait for everybody to ready up. It's just Mickey and okay, there's a couple of players who need to ready up here on both teams. So we're just waiting for one player on each side to hit that ready button, while you guys in the live stream get to hit the subscribe button. So lots of buttons about to be pushed at this moment in time. Well, Damien, the draft, this is a skin series. So the drafts are kind of set right from the beginning. Each team has a particular set of skins that they've got to be playing with. It was Saber versus the Dragon Tamer skin series for both teams. So both teams use those particular sets of skins in the game. So the draft's more or less set there. So the banning phase is it's fun to watch, but it's not all that massively important in this particular format of the game. If this goes, if we actually have the time to start at 9 p.m. and if Wolves is ready, Arjan, yeah, we're good to go. We'll be good to go. Most definitely, we'll be good to go. No, 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 my friend. So Zentaro asking us if we could start. Zentaro, if you're listening, yeah, I mean you can't stream snipe even if you would like to. I'm not accusing you of it, just teasing. But you're the one who needs to press ready, Zentaro. Otherwise, we can't press start. I think he managed to read the message, or she. So, on our way to the next of this best of three series, and if we get the chance to start at 9 p.m., we might have an early start for the AlchemyX Wolves game. All right, Adrian, you sort that out. Just send me a WhatsApp or even comment here on the live if that's the case. The 9 p.m. kickoff. We'll still be here either which way. So into the banning phase, where based on our skin series, nothing really needs to be banned. We've got Toyota here singing Mr. Wick's praises. I'm not sure if he's trying to brown nose to get that Starlight skin. I don't know. We'll have to find out. So Cyfolks wants to know why this is no Mythic Battlefield. Cyfolks, it's just this. It's a skin series, so with the drafts and things, we're trying to get the game not slowed down as possible. We want lots of action, lots of drama, and with the Mythic Battlefield, it takes a little bit longer to take down those turrets. And if you saw the first batch of the series, there's a lot of drama going on there. So only one band coming out, the Hayabusa, just in case. But he's not part of the Dragon Tamer. Alright, so we've got the Johnson pick again. From Nerf Save a Explexitive. And the Valier pick again. And the Lancelot pick again. I think we should end up seeing pretty much the same lineup as previously. And there we go with the Saber and the Layla picks. I mean the Cyclops and the Layla pick as well. But this time round looks like they're switching the Cyclops into the jungle. That's quite an interesting change. What do you think about Cyclops in the jungle, Ginger Ninja?
Well, it's not unheard of.
It's not unheard.
And that's it's very quick jungle here, I think. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Reasonable, reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a mage, bro. So I mean, like I've pulled off Valier jungle, so that doesn't really say much. But okay, they changed up. So it might not be Cyclops jungle.
Okay. That was interesting because he did have the different spell, and then he changed it up again. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking that we're going to see exactly the same lineups. Yes, we do, with a Saber pick
Hopefully.
coming out, and so the last pick should be the Kimmy. I mean the
Yeah, Freya, yeah.
yeah.
Is she still only purchasable with what's
Yeah.
his diamonds?
Yes, yes, yes. That is true.
That's crazy.
Toyota says that Cyclops is very underrated, especially in the late game. Yeah, once he gets his farm up, he does quite a lot of damage.
Johnny Core.
So we've got everybody with the saber skin, with the saber skins on one team, and the Dragon Tamer. However, it looks like Lancelot and Kimmy and Valir decided to change things up a little bit with the skins. Maybe their trial cards or something ran out at that particular point in time. But anyway, what can we do? So, out of all the skins on display, Ginger Ninja, what's your favorite?
Freya, 100.
The War Angel. Yeah, it is quite an excellent skin.
Yeah, that was on a difficult choice. And you knowing me, I'm bad with choices.
Yeah, so Toyota is asking if you think that Estes is going to camp in the bushes there to try and avoid any damage from the Johnson this game. Well, we're going to see. So Side Folk says that he thinks the Saber skin's the best. He loves that Saber skin. Yeah, an argument can be made for the Saber skin as well. It is quite nice. The Saber, the double Saber,
Yeah.
Saber squared.
Well, in terms of what Toyota is saying with regards to the Estes, camping the bush is not really the, how can I say,
Best way to counter.
everything you should do. Like how I feel is like if you're gonna camp the bush, camp in the position he's most likely to go and hit, and then as soon as you see him coming, you move away from that position. That's how I normally deal with it. That way, I don't catch myself
Alright, so
accidentally moving into.
sorry. Johnson making the rotation up to the top lane and takes a bit of poke damage coming in from the Kimmy there. Meanwhile, we've got Lancelot trying to get his level 4 before anything that was happening. Meanwhile, we've got Estes giving the Marsha a bit of a hand there in the bot lane. Are the teams setting up for any engagements here? No, they're not. After all the action from the first game, as I'm saying that there, Lance decides to dive in onto that Layla, but she manages to get away. Johnson coming back in to try and protect his teammates. Nice dodge there from the Valir first skill. Meanwhile, there's some action happening in the bot lane. I don't know which action is going to be the more intense action. Looks like it's going to be the bot lane. It's Saber onto that Estes. Does he have the damage to burst it down? No, he doesn't. Yes, they do. The follow-up there from the Freya. Meanwhile, Lancelot trying to engage in onto the Johnson and the Layla. But a nice stun coming out. Oh, beautiful skills there from the Lance. Nice fast fingers managing to get himself away. Meanwhile, Freya and Saber decide they're going to be taking the first turtle. So, as you were saying about your camping versus not camping, we can see who's the outdoorsman here.
Yeah, so it's just for me, it's about like you just kind of time it. You go and stand in the position you think he's most likely to hit, and then you kind of walk in a, how can I say,
Johnson on the drive again almost clips that Estes. He's trying to follow in to see what he's going to get. Are they going to crash in? No, he crashes into the wall instead of driving into the turret. Though, we've got Khakies there trying to set up a nice engagement. Valir with a nice CC. Are they going to have enough to burst down? Yes, they do. Marsha coming in, getting the kill onto that Johnson there. Meanwhile, Saber making his way, slowly creeping up there, realizing that Kim is in the bush, waiting for his teammate to give some vision. Nice jump in there from the Saber. But Kimmy's managed to survive, but only for a fraction of a second. Meanwhile, Khaki's taking advantage of the kill that they got there onto the Johnson, and they're pushing in this bot lane turret. Masha extending a little bit of health there, saying, okay, it's okay, I can take that. Oh, the turret executes the Masha. Maybe overplayed her hand slightly. Saber busy taking the red buff, stealing it away from Lancelot there, taking that small moment of it to have taken it a bit of advantage. Nice engagement from the Lancelot onto the Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops! Beautiful ultimate there. Manages to catch the Valier. Is he going to fall? No, the Estes comes in and save him. Now he's going to turn around, try and counter engage into the Cyclops. Cyclops has just enough health to get away. However, hanging around here, and it's going to be the 1 HP escape from the Cyclops, and Saber just picks up the kill on the Lancelot with the next turtle in the game coming up.
That's juicy.
It's
Running on a 1k gold difference, nothing to speak of really. Huh?
yeah. Hey, Christina, how are you doing? I can't say long time no see. I just saw you on video call not that long ago. Oh, Saber gets that Lord Lancelot not quick enough to get in there. Johnson driving around, just trying to zone out the Khakies from getting in anywhere close. Trying to wait for that right moment to set up to engage. Got the speed, the turbo is on there. Cyclops again getting a lot of lots of poke damage onto the Estes, though he manages to heal up. Layla with a recall. Meanwhile, the mid lane wave pushing in there. Cyclops trying to get a bit of poke damage onto the Lancelot. Ultimate committed, but Lancelot uses the retry. Tries to counter engage onto the Cyclops, knowing that Estes is there to heal him up. Will they continue with the extension? He tries to dive in there, but he has to use the ultimate to get out because Freya was coming in. Meanwhile, Cyclops using that second skill of his to reposition himself to get quite a bit of poke damage. Oh, but the Masha comes in there. Manages to get one, but the Johnson with that ultimate does a whole ton of damage and manages to get the and so Khakies manages to pick up 2 kills here. As we look at that, the Dragon Tamer Estes skin doing a lot of work there, healing his teammates up, making sure they could get a 2-for-1 exchange, and at the same time the mid lane turret falls to Khakies. So, red team, Khakies making the rotation up towards the Layla. Dash comes in there from the Lancelot, gets a bit of poke damage, but nothing much doing. Johnson coming in with a drive, sees 3 of them, but manages to catch 2, and the Saber with a follow up there. However, the Estes trying to heal through all of that. Lots of damage coming out there from the Kimmy. They managed to get 1, 2 in return. Meanwhile, we've got the Valier getting poked down there, because there was no Estes to heal him this time. Cyclops and Layla trying to defend against the Masha and the Kimmy. Who's going to win out on this here? Kimmy, slightly overextended, managed to get a lot of damage onto the Layla, and just like that, Cyclops manages to get the burst kill onto her. Trying to do some flicker outplays in there. Oh, Layla with a shot from the beyond, sending the Masha straight to hell.
Dang. Yeah, I was like, what are you thinking? We seeing a third game here?
Might be possible. Very possible. The game's on a knife edge at the moment. Though Saber picks up that second, the third and final turtle. Johnson coming in for the drive. Ooh, Kimmy manages to dodge that. Crashes and wants to reset. Trying to get his team in position to take some turrets because the turret advantage slightly to the side of Khakies at the moment. Meanwhile, there's a pickoff there onto the Cyclops again, and a return kill. While I'm watching here, I'm not seeing what the action is going on, and then it's 2 down for the side of Khakies by NWO. So Freya trying to make sure that she's scouting the bushes to give vision for her teammates. But Masha engaging in there, and it is the Saber skin that beats the Dragon Tamer in that particular matchup. Freya is not done yet, saying, right, let's go. Johnson coming in for the drive with a nice follow-up. Meanwhile, Valier coming in trying to save that Estes. Estes healed through all of that, and now what was a bad engagement turns out to be a good one. The sprint comes out, but Saber comes in and just pops that Lancelot like a pumple. on a teenage
I
forehead.
have to get this out.
Oh, because well, if the people in the all chat don't have a little bit of time to, uh, vomit into their mouths, have we really done our job?
What are you doing here? Yeah, I feel you.
Have we really done our job, Mr. Ninja? I feel not.
Okay. Okay. Just need a few seconds to process that one.
So we've got a nice engagement here coming out onto the Estus by the Cyclops. And Saber doesn't commit the ultimate, just uses that basic attack of his to get some damage done. Meanwhile, Johnson trying to get into the backline. They're getting a lot of damage onto the Valier. And Layla comes in with a beautiful follow-up from the Saber and the Layla, or the Johnson crashing in there. A nice stun onto the Kimmy. Do they have the follow-up damage? Uses the Aegis to get away. Mid lane turret falls. Though we've got the first Lord of the game up. Are NWO going to take advantage of this, the man advantage that they have at the moment to take it? Saber taking his time, wanting to get some vision. Maybe savor the moment. Savor the moment as
What?
Saber on the Saber skin.
I heard that. I heard that.
I was trying. I'm trying. Maybe maybe in the future I could turn out to being a rapper.
That was a solid entendre, man.
Oh, nice pickup onto the Kimmy. The heals coming out from the Estus, just not enough. And still the Lord stands lonely in the mid lane. Lonely Lord. Oh, nice engagement from the Lance onto the Cyclops, but I mean, it was a kill for kill, return kill. Valier committing the ultimate, trying to get away there. Estes healing him up. So Valier has that opportunity to burst down the Freya. Yes, he does. Saber wins against the Dragon Tamer. And so, the Layla with the damage. She's just doing so much there. But Kimmy with a shot from the dark manages to take it down. Saber comes in with a follow-up there and manages to pick off the Kimmy as well.
This is bodies, bro.
Yeah.
That's mad.
It's like
that felt like a little bit of organized chaos.
Yeah. Organized, disorganized chaos.
Yeah, like one or two people knew exactly what they were doing, and other people just didn't.
Yeah, everybody was like,
it was lost.
It's brawling time.
Intense. For real.
It's like...
Yeah,
so Archie and Yonka in the chat, they're saying, wow, Freya thinks she's the strongest. Well, it would appear so. Going in, not hesitating. Full out skills. Well, maybe because they don't really have the CC to deal with a full-on Freya. We got the Lord being started by NWO. But did I?
The items after this Lord, please, buddy.
Okay, while they're doing this, I think we can pop quickly to see what you want to see. But then we'll have to go off. Because they're starting the Lord dance.
There's a little bit of dance here. Never see that nowadays, huh?
No.
I was jamming with it.
And especially, I mean, this is Africa. We love to dance here in Africa. But we don't like to dance around the Lord. Johnson coming in there, but doesn't manage to catch anybody. We got the Layla slightly over. Oh, Saber getting a beautiful pickup onto the Lance. Lots of damage coming out onto the Johnson there. And Saber befalls. Kimmy manages to get him down. Are we going to see a continuance of the engagement there? Ultimate comes out from the Cyclops. Masha trying to get into the back line, but only one health bar. Freya comes in, and well, in this particular instance, Adrian, Freya proved to be the strongest. Well, just for a moment, though.
Dang, son.
Meanwhile, we have the 12-minute Lord up and about for the last 45 seconds.
Yeah. I'm just watching these people break one of your core rules, bro. Like, continuously. Yeah? Like Lord's been up and they're engaging like mad.
Oh, what a ton of damage coming out from Valier and Kimmy there. And they get a nice...
Goodbye.
But it's... The Valier falls, but it's a 2-for-1 exchange. Raiden, this is... You're watching the stream of the skin series, Most Wanted skin series. So everybody's picking a particular brand of skin and sticking with it. But the teams playing here are New World Order on the blue team and Khakies in the red. New World Order with the saber skins and Khakies with the Khakies with the saber skin and oh no, New World Order with the saber skin and Khakies with the dragon tamer. Oh, we've got Saber there, caught a little bit in no man's land. Nice engagement there. Oh, they bust him down. Khaki's looking to be mounting a bit of a comeback. They decide that they're not going to be wasting time. They're going to take this enhanced Lord, see what they can do. Freya, though, hiding there in the back line, just waiting for the Johnson to come in to follow up, but the burst damage way too much for New World Order to deal with. They lose two. However, you've got the Layla coming in to try and counter-engage. Cyclops managed to get into the lance. However, the Layla falls. Cyclops still alive. It's a 2-for-1 exchange, but the Lord goes to the side of Khakies as Marsha decides she's going to push in there. Oh, ultimate committed, not expecting the damage coming up from the Cyclops. They're busting that Marsha down. Folks with a GG Saber squad. You can see who's his favorite. The Saber and Saber squad.
Saber squad.
So, mid lane being pushed in there by Kimmy Johnson coming in there. Nice engagement. Age is committed, but there's just way too much damage for the Estes to help Kimmy sustain through that. Meanwhile, Lord crashing in onto the bot lane turret. However, the damage coming out from the Saber squad, enough to take it down without too much going on. We've got True in Africa saying that the Dragon draft is better than the Saber draft. So now maybe we're going to see an argument in chat. Arguments are good. Arguments are entertaining. Saber versus Dragon tamer. Meanwhile, we've got Deku who falls there in the bot lane, and another engagement here onto the Lancelot, trying to use his mobility to get away. Though Johnson using the sprint, nice stun coming in. Oh, Saber second skills out of it. However, Kimmy caught in the back line into no man's land and gets taken out by the Layla. Meanwhile, Cyclops finally manages to fall with an oversight overextension on his part as well. Meanwhile, Marsha trying to get into the back line, manages to pick up the Layla as well. This is an all-out war. Saber deciding he wants to get away, get out of danger here, get out of dodge. And while this is going on, we've got the bot lane pushing in slowly but surely. Do New World Order realize this? Is Saber coming to defend? Yes, Freya spawns in time to make sure that nothing much is going to happen. So Johnson trying to defend the top lane here all on his lonesome. Maybe hoping for an overextension from the Marsha or the Estes, though I don't think Saber can bust either one of them down. It is another 30 seconds to the first, or to the next enhanced Lord. Retri comes out from the side of Lancelot. They're trying to get some damage onto the Freya. Freya counter engages. And it's the Johnson that comes in a dash. They manage to get two down, and they're continuing the battle. Cyclops, does he have the damage? Oh, Retri comes out from the Saber, trying to slow that Valier down. However, they were like, no, let's try and get this mid lane turret pushed in. Saber hunting the Valier. Saber started to get started on this enhanced Lord. Kimmy trying to get in there to try and stop them. Waiting for the team to follow up. Backs away because Cyclops is there to try and zone them out. Well, there's a lot of damage coming in from the Cyclops. He manages to poke everybody away and keep them zoned out just so that Saber, Layla, and Johnson can take this enhanced Lord. So, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts at the moment? Heading into this Lord spawning up.
Man, it's anyone's game, really, bro. It's just Buddy's one team. I still feel.
It depends on the lane pushes here, but we see again the mid lane push by New World Order. As they moving together, nice camping position from the Marsha, trying to get to the Layla on the back line. Layla manages to see the wall was slightly in the way. Marsha uses the mobility to get away. However, they realize that the Cyclops is overextended. Do they have the damage to take the Cyclops out? Yes, they do. Meanwhile, Lord charges up and crashes into the bot lane turret there. Lord, I think, should be able to take the bot lane turret. However, Layla manages to get a lovely kill onto the Estes. New World Order pushing into the base. Two down for the side of New World Order. One being the Estes for the side of Khakies. Do they have the enough to defend though? Oh, Lancelot with a beautiful play, managing to take down two. It's only the Johnson alive for the side of New World Order. But with the waves being pushed in, is this going to be enough time, do you think, for Khakies to try and get a mid lane push to
I
the
don't
end?
think so. Not with the Cyclops coming back. I don't think.
I would agree with you. Because the Cyclops and Johnson just trying to delay the wave. Marsha using that
Might have been,
ultimate.
just chilling.
Oh, some damage coming out onto the Kimmy. Kimmy trying to focus the turret there. Meanwhile, Johnson crashes in there. Oh, beautiful flicker in from the Cyclops, picking up the Kimmy there and escaping with a sliver of health.
Dude, that was like, nope, like just gone.
Okay, so we've got a lot of action going on here in the mid lane. Johnson engaging in there. Where's the team there to follow up? Oh, they are coming in. It's going to be Saber saving that ultimate up until the last moment. Freya there with a follow up. However, Valir manages to burst the Freya down, and both jungles go down. However, Layla, it's late game Layla.
Always dangerous, bro.
Oh,
Valir is annoying.
try to hitch a ride. Do they have enough damage to try and get away with us? Valir sustaining quite a lot there as the wave pushes in. They're gonna try and Layla is all like trying to get some health back up so she can actually try and do something. Kimmy
They
is
should make a
alive.
difference of this.
I
Well, at least defend for a wave or two.
okay, so
Lord's coming up. I think they'll go for it.
well, I would hope so.
Great skilly day.
Okay, so looks like our next game is gonna start at 9 p.m. directly after this one.
Sweet.
Oh, the Lord goes to the side of NWO. However, the Cyclops falls. Freya commits the ultimate to try and get away, but they get 2 kills there. Though the Lord did go to the side of NWO. Do they have the ability to defend? The waves are pushing in on the top and bot lanes. That might force them away from doing a mid lane push. However, they're saying, Valir, you go and clear the wave. Ooh, Layla is slightly overextended here. If she falls, this might be over. She does. Johnson trying to come in there. Saber manages to get a return kill with the Lord pushing in. However, I don't think they have enough players alive to actually go ahead and
There's Valir needs to get out
Kimmy
of that lane push of
with a
his.
shot in the dark.
Valir needs to come down and help deal with this Lord as fast as possible so that they can end the game. I wouldn't stress too much about the minions at this point in time.
Yeah, though. Yeah, the Lord falls, and
You see, if they had the Valir, that Lord would have fallen like easily 7 seconds earlier.
oh, engagement there from Khakies, but they managed to get one. Saber manages to get out, though the Marsha picks him off. Freya just doing a ton of damage. Meanwhile, Valir is the only one battling against the minions. The minions are like, we're not waiting for this game to go to a game 3. We want to end it now.
Straight up, man.
Minions with the mind of their own. And we got the wave pushing in. We've got 2 trying to defend. Freya with the ultimate. They're going to try and do a turret lock in here. They're going to probably try and wait for the waves. Johnson coming in there. As the waves come in on the top lane, they're going to probably try and get a turret lock in. Will they have enough though? Johnson engages. Oh, nice dodge from the Lancelot. But Johnson manages to get that set up either which way. Layla with the damage. It's only Valir there left to defend. Does he have the abilities? Does he have the strength? No, he does not. And so we've ended, and Adrian gets his wish.
Yeah.
So well played to both Khakies and New World Order. Quite an entertaining matchup there, especially with I mean, it's fun to see the skins, but to be fair, when it comes to drafting, it sort of limits you. To be quite honest.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, so for the chat, we will be taking just a quick 5 minute break and then getting ready for the next matchup. I just need to sort out something really quickly here. If you can just give me a bit of a chance to breathe, maybe get some fluids in. Okay, all right, right. Let me just tell my team here that I'm streaming.
The boy's going mad, D.
Okay, let me get this lobby set up and Wolves, AlchemyX, if you're listening, we will start in just about 4 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break here while Mr. Ninja replies to everybody on the live chat.
The rest of the streamers all do like this, unfortunately.
Alright, Mr. Ninja,
What's
I'll
up,
be back
Damon?
shortly.
How are you doing? No stress, bro. Go do your thing. I know you want a cigarette. Hey, yo, can I get everyone to just pop another hashtag most wanted in there? Just Toyota's gonna win this, and I feel like it's unfair that he wins it without anyone trying. Like, I want him to win, but you know, I don't think it'll be as satisfactory if he just gets it because he's the one that tried the hardest. Uh, I'm actually not sure, Damien. I don't know if they'll be using the same skins, like the saber and the. What's this? Dragon Tamer skins. Hello? Oh, God. Crazy stuff. Well,
Oh, we have a Pokemon waiting to join us in Umbreon. Also, I seem to be in the wrong side of the world. My apologies.
I smell a Smurf.
No, no, it's AlchemyX players who did a bunch of name changes there. Though I'll be interested to see who's who in the zoo. We got a Umbreon, we got a Sylveon. I'm waiting to see the full Eve. It is the evolved forms of Eve. I don't know. I'm revealing how much of a nerd I am.
I got told that Pokemon is from the devil, so I never indulged.
I have heard that. That was one day I will tell you the story of how that became a rumor here in South Africa.
I
It,
believe I'm actually very interested to hear that because I was very much a kid when that like I was I remember standing in the I don't know what you call it in Afrikaans. I mean in English. The square basically,
yeah.
right? And then they were doing like the morning announcements, and then at the end of this thing, they had this like whole speech on Pokemon, bro. I'm like, whatever.
Well, it started because there was this episode that aired in Japan that had two. I think it was Psyduck versus Pikachu or something like that, where the skills clashed and whoever it was the I think it was Toei, the animators, who decided that it was a very smart idea to have the yellow and red flash very very fast across the screen, and it caused nationwide epileptic seizures, and people ended up being rushed to hospital. So as the broken telephone stories go, by the time that story reached here in South Africa, it went from epileptic seizures to demon possession.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a weird tale, bro.
you know, and the thing is, I just think, okay, like I don't remember what they were saying, right? But even at that age, the things that were coming out of their mouth, I was like, that just doesn't sound right. You know, like I can't see that now. At the time, yeah, like I don't know. For me, I would think that like, are they saying something that I don't see that this doesn't make sense to me? You know. But now, like, also what you're explaining is like, you know, that the whole telephone story, like the story becomes one thing and then another thing, and adults believe adults. You know.
Yeah. So we're into the banning phase, so to speak, right? There's not really any particular ban. We got Damien saying the casters want to join the game. I wish I could. I wish I could. I was just AFK for a short while and didn't realize I got myself stuck into one side of the matchup there.
Yeah. Damien was calling you out there is actually a newbie to Mobile Legends. He was saying he's got about 170 games in.
Yeah, yeah, 170. Oof.
Yeah, I was just about to tell him he's in the perfect place to get the Lola. What's on the go?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gentlemen, how's the
Hey,
night grazing?
Well, Mr. Wick, welcome to the live stream. So far, so good. Lots of entertainment happening here.
I see on the side of Wolves, got Lego 19 replacing knowing the best. It's weird that they don't have their main mage as a starting five.
Yeah, though we did stream the game last night with Wolves. They did have hybrid playing the same Kagura again. Must be got very excited realizing they got the Kagura for a second time. And did quite a good job, though knowing the best was in that first matchup was excellent on the Kagura. Some fantastic plays.
Especially on the especially on the camping and the pickles. I agree.
Yeah, nice positioning, lots of technical skills to get in and out of the fight. So we've got Alucard XP lane, by the looks of it. It's going to be Granger gold lane, Fanny on the jungle, Super Mab with the Tigreal roam, and Sylveon with a Harrod mid lane. And with Wolves in response, they've got they got the Clint on the gold lane, Kagura mid, Freya on the XP lane, Florin roam, and Kai jungle. So it's the summer skins versus the light bonds. What is everybody's favorites? What are you thinking? What do you like? What's your favorite skin from what's on display?
I swap the light ones personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm personally one favorite for the Lightbones. I'm a Lightbone favorite myself. So let's see how the summer scales up.
I don't like them at all. Like I'm gonna be honest, like they're like those like just too. The word I'm gonna use is pretty.
Well,
They're too
if you
pretty.
if you compare them, you have versatile, you have CC, and you have crowd control and split push with a fanny. Even if especially if you use the Alucard on the thinguses on the jungle and you use the fanny on the roam, it would have been something special to watch.
Could have done that. Could have done that. But AlchemyX going to go for a more traditional draft there. It seems that Kagura missed one of her minions, so she's still level 2. Meanwhile, we got the Fanny coming in there trying to get a bit of extra farm in, stealing that small camp from the Akai and taking the Litho. So Fanny already leveled 3, recalling to get the energy up. Meanwhile, we've got on the top lane, we've got an engagement Alucard onto that Freya. Though I think the Freya might have a little bit too much damage, though Hachiman there with the Alucard timing the skills in quite nicely to get quite a lot of poke damage onto Legolas on the Freya there.
Recall spams at the bot lane already, bruv.
So
I love it when they start recall spamming this early.
Yeah, Wolves setting up for a gank here onto the Alucard, uses the Vengeance, manages to get out from there.
I think it's a little bit of a communication error there. If they committed all three together, they would have gotten first blood.
Yeah, that was definitely something that could be said for the communication at that moment in time. So meanwhile, we've got both teams setting up around the turtle here. We've got Tigreal trying to get himself into a good position, using that first skill to scout out the bushes and get a bit of poke damage in. Meanwhile, both Freya and Alucard trying to get themselves to level 4 to contribute to this team fight. Akai starting it early. Fanny still using that mobility to try to get into a nice position to see if she can get a steal. Meanwhile, Freya comes and gives an excellent vision, engages onto the Tigreal and onto the Fanny. Fanny comes in with a beautiful retribution kill. Meanwhile, there's a counter engage there. Tigreal with the implosion. Akai managing to pin 2, but we've got the Alucard who also falls down in this particular engagement. So 2 to 1. to the kills to the side of Wolves. However, AlchemyX do manage to get the turtle.
I do remember you mentioned Alchemy X is very disciplined on saving skills towards team fights.
Oh yes, yes. There's a Hajiman has made sure that his team maintains that level of discipline. They don't commit unless they know that there's going to be a moment where they can get a nice pick off. Otherwise, they position and then reposition. So we've got a bit of a setup here going down. Oh, nice engagement from the Fanny. But the heel comes out from the floor and manages to save her teammates. Kagura with a beautiful follow-up. However, gets bursted down by a combination of Harith and the Granger. So again,
I am truly excited to see how the Granger scales up against the Clint.
it's going to be a very tough time for the Granger here in this gold lane. Clint just has that first skill of his that's going to do so much of damage to zone him away. It's the same with the matchup with Alucard onto the Freya in the early part of the game, especially.
Especially with the second skill. If you don't manage to do the second skill with a cooldown, I think you will be melted.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
if he has Inspire. I'm not sure what the builds are exactly like. If you can show the builds on your left hand side with the an Afrikaanse pelkie onder toe.
Oh, Freya with a solo kill on the top, diving under the turret, but they both managed to fall there. So if you want to see what the builds are like, well, we can see just quickly. We can see what everybody is building. We've got Alucard trying to go with a bit more sustain. However, meanwhile, we've got Wolves trying to take that first turtle down. The second turtle down. Akai starting it early. Fadi also in a nice position waiting for the Retri, but the Retri this time goes to the Akai. Wolves decide that they want to continue this fight. Akai were committing that ultimate but doesn't manage to put anybody down. Oh, burst damage coming out from the Kagura. Beautiful kill. However, the implosion gets committed. They manage to get one. As a counter engagement, Florin escapes and heals herself up. Meanwhile, as Alucard rotates towards the mid lane, Freya manages to take the top lane turret.
Oh well, especially if you lose focus on your lane, if you have Thingus as a mobile XP laner that watches your Thingus' mid lane while your mid lane rotates towards helping the jungler or the gold lane, it's going to be difficult to split push, especially if you don't have an XP laner that has the rotation or the vision.
Yes, that's true. So there was a bit of poke damage coming out onto the Tigreal. He used the conceal to get out of Dodge City there. Granger trying to get himself also out of Dodge City. A little bit of poke coming in from the Clint. Both teams setting up here around the bot lane. Meanwhile, Freya trying to push the mid lane turret while Alucard tries to recover his side of the map there. Both teams a bit hesitant, not really going in, not wanting to commit too much. Just staying around, playing it safe, waiting for the right opportunity. Kai getting a bit of poke damage onto that Tigreal.
So what do you guys make of Harif with the nerf that he's got? Do you think his shield is still sustainable?
He is still reasonably viable. Meanwhile, on the top lane, they managed to get a pick off onto the Freya with the Fanny and Alucard. A lot of damage coming out onto the Tigreal there. He does manage to get away. However, the bot lane turret is almost down. Yeah, just going back to your question about the Harith, he is still viable, though not as strong as he used to be. He was an absolute monster. Turtle going to the side of Wolves uncontested. So he's still being played, and he is still viable, but just not as good as he was, prior to the nerf. The nerf was a little bit harsh on him.
And your expectations on the Florin?
Florin is a extremely strong roamer. I don't know why we don't see more of her. We're living in the support meta. The healing comp strats are just the strongest at this moment in time. So Akai trying to get some zoning away, doing quite a good job there for Tleko 19 on that Akai. Meanwhile, the Wolves trying to push that mid lane turret in, uh, using the distraction there. Granger tries to engage. They manage to get the kill off onto the Clint, but Fanny with not enough energy. Granger also caught in no man's land. I think they're going to be paying the price for trying to take down that Clint. They do get the Clint, but two fall in response. Two core players in your roam and jungle.
Well, I would suggest if Wolves are more patient, time their engagement correctly, and get maybe perhaps wipe out or a turnaround. I know it's early in the game,
Oh,
but I
beautiful,
saw the
beautiful
game last
engagement there
night.
from the Alucard and the Tigreal onto the Freya there. Yeah, but as you were saying, it's oh, and another follow-up pick up there for
Oh,
Kagura. Yeah, if Wolves maintain a certain degree of discipline with the lineup they have, they could be able to do well. But it just takes one small mistake. Alucard there engaging onto the Clint, but Freya comes out with Florin comes out with that heal. Manages to heal Monkey back up there. But Alucard says he's not done. He wants to go in, but that Flask of Oasis passive procs there at the right moment in time to save the Clint, and he just wants to continue with the engagement. Florin proving to be quite the annoyance for AlchemyX. So we've
I
got
must say that the Clint's first skill on the thing is it makes a lot of difference. It's a
yeah,
lot of crap damage.
it is. It is. It's just when he lands, especially the full uh, co- burst damage coming out from there, it is quite deadly.
Can we perhaps see what's his damage on the physical?
We will check that in a moment, as we just want to see. I just want to see what's happening here in the mid lane, just so that we know what's going on. Wolves trying to push in that lane. However, we've got. Okay, he went for the Malefic Roar and Thunderbelt, which is why he's doing so much of damage, the true damage. Oh, and they managed to pick up another kill onto the Granger while we were checking what was going on. Uh, this game, though, however, lots of fighting, but and lots of action. Though I would say a little bit slower pace than the previous one. The previous one, I had no chance to even breathe.
Well, I would say Wolves are most likely,
Oh, beautiful pickup from the
and
Freya.
yeah,
Meanwhile,
yeah,
I mean,
they're down the Roma there. They're one turn ahead, two turns ahead, three turns ahead.
yeah, they're doing quite well. Plus, the Freya manages to take down the Lord, but Fanny manages to get a beautiful pick-off kill there onto the Florin.
So how do you think the Fanny will scale towards mid to late game?
Fanny is really strong in the early game. She's one of the strongest assassins in the early game, if not the strongest assassin. But once it hits towards the late game, then she falls off a little bit. She'll still be strong, but it depends a lot on her ability to farm.
Okay, well, if you put the lineups together, you have a guy with the anti engage, and then you have the Tigreal with the engage. So how do you think that will scale up?
Well, Akai has the advantage there because he counters the Tigreal so very hard. As you can see here, Tigreal trying to get a setup, but he can't really go in. But you see again, nice
Right.
patience there to try and get the engagement. Beautiful follow up from Hachiman on that Alucard, but the heals coming out from the Florin is just way too much. Meanwhile, Kagura hunting down the Freya uses the retribution to just gain a little bit of mobility to get away, while Wolves manage to take even more turrets, even greater turret advantage. Oh, Florin getting a bit of poke damage onto the Freya. Oh, just with a slight, maybe 5 or 10 HP escapes there.
Wolves on the, how do you say,
On the
Alice
warpath.
positive boys.
Yeah. Wolves on the warpath, pushing in down into the base. Oh, another pickup from the Kagura. The Florin
Oh,
heal
what a
comes out
save.
there just to save. Akai with a beautiful pin onto the Harith. Meanwhile, Fanny was like, "You chased me all the way across the map. You almost killed me. No, 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 no. You must pay." Manages to pick up that Kagura finally. It seems that Wolves
So
has
things
quite
not
a
looking too bright for AlchemyX, eh?
yeah. Yeah, well, to be fair, right, the draft did favor Wolves quite heavily. With the difference between the skins here, it would have been extremely difficult. I mean, even I would have been saying, right, if I had to do the drafting here with the light pod skins, I'd be like, oh my days, this is gonna be tough. Because there's a lot of counters for them on the summer skins. Not the best matchup that they could have hoped for. But
I do
again,
agree. I do agree. But like we mentioned towards the skin series, I think normally like you have a certain team with a certain lineup, and then you flex them, and then you just maybe you tweak them, maybe you break them, maybe they just keep quiet. Who
yeah.
knows?
But it all comes down to your engagements, how you can engage. But the drafting does make things a little bit challenging in terms of how you're playing. However, Wolves, I will say, are using the advantage that they have very much to their advantage. We've got AlchemyX trying to get a split push comp going. Akai going in there 1v4. Kakura trying to go in with a follow-up kill. Oh, beautiful implosion coming up from the Tigreal. And the follow-up damage coming in there. Freya with that... Fanny with that execute there from the Sky Piercer. They're still going in, engaging onto the Florin. Florin uses the Purify to try to get away. Alucard, though, makes a nice engagement to zone away. Winter Crown comes out from the Florin. Is this going to be a turnaround? Oh, Alucard manages to get it, but he's going to fall in the process. He might. The engagement happening onto the Tigreal there. He's hoping to try to get away from that fray. Oh, there again comes a Fanny. Fanny doing so much damage, killing it. It's that Sky Piercer of hers with the amount of stacks that she's getting that's really swinging the battle back into the favor of AlchemyX. Trying to get away from the damage coming out from the Lord and hopefully using this enhanced Lord a bit to their advantage. They managed to get that Lord up before Wolves respawns and comes in. Meanwhile, Kakura decides she wants to go onto the Harith. Harith just busts her down. Well, Mr. Wick, to answer your question on how Harith is doing, I think we just got to see a demonstration.
Well, definitely well played, but I think it was a fluke on Wolf's side, not acknowledging the time, not acknowledging when Lord is spawning, not acknowledging when to Lord dance. Especially in South African server, we don't have teams setting up for Lord. You don't have that positioning, and it's difficult for SA teams to have the Lord dams because
The
either
discipline's
you're
just not
focusing
there.
on split pushing or getting a lane, but there isn't objective prioritizing.
Yeah, see, like based on what you're saying here, right? See, for instance, we had AlchemyX pushing down the mid lane wave, right? And so the waves aren't really synced up. I mean, they tried to sync it up, but as you're saying, AlchemyX were showing that necessary discipline to try to sync the waves up, but it's not a common thing here in South Africa. Discipline is. To be fair, in our server, a little bit lacking. Implosion by the Tigreal catches 3, but nobody to follow up, and he gets busted down. However,
It's just so wrong from a roamer to have that perfect set and there's just no team cooperation or the roamer did not communicate.
yeah, I think those definitely Roma did not communicate. Fanny there going in onto the Clint, but the heals coming up and the Flask of Oasis passive proccing. Meanwhile, the Clint and the Freya and Akai engage onto the Harith and manage to burst him down. In the mid lane, we got Granger trying to make sure that the waves stay clear. Akai realizing he has the opportunity to try and steal the Fanny buff, but Fanny still had that retribution going, so manages to get the blue. The very necessary blue for a Fanny. Meanwhile, we've got Alucard getting engaged upon here in the top lane. He's got the mobility to escape. Yes, he does. I mean, it is Alucard with a defense build.
But coming back to the question, the same as you saw now, Kagura was willing to chase Alucard without support. Now you're willing to go towards danger, and you know if a player retreats, you can just have your team as a backup camping towards the bush, but not acknowledging it.
Yes. So Wolves trying to gain a little bit of lane advantage as this next Lord comes out. Fanny with a bit of recalling there. Teasing the Wolves players. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's an engagement implosion. Beautiful implosion from the Tigreal. Is there the follow-up damage? There is to a certain degree, but it's going to be 2 down for the side of both Wolves. And, oh, look at the 1 HP healed from the Granger. And at the V time, they managed to get the pick off there to the Freya as well. It's 4 down for Wolves for just 2 for AlchemyX. As the Lord is up. So the big question is, do they think they can end this, or are they going to go for the Lord?
Well, I must say that Clint's positioning is spot on. It's just, yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, as the wave pushes in, AlchemyX sends blood like a shark in the water. Beautiful implosion coming out from the Tigreal. Lots of damage coming in, but I think this is going to go to AlchemyX. Well played to them. Even though Khakies, I think, managed to get a double kill there. But a little bit too little, too late. Well played, AlchemyX. Well played, Wolves. Game had a lot of action to it, swinging back and front in both directions. Though I must admit, the Umbreon there on that Fanny, doing a lot of hard work for her team.
Well, definitely Wolves are celebrating with a lot of mage potential.
That is true. They do have quite a good... they even have a player who used to be in my squad when I was in Wasted Potential, Wolf Candy. He's also quite a good mage.
I agree.
Right, let's get the teams into the lobby.
So your thoughts on the second game? How do you think they will approach the second game? Same lineup?
Yeah, it should be exactly the same as the first one. Toyota there in the live chat saying well played to both of the squads. Kuro say as well, saying nice. Also asking for Florin to need a Sky Piercer there. And we have a hello to Berry, who's just joined the live chat here. Hello, Berry. How are you? How are things going? So we got both teams already ready to go. No delays this time round. Umbreon, top global Fanny. Maybe we should give Umbreon... Actually, I do have Umbreon on my friends list. Maybe Umbreon needs to start live streaming some Fanny games. Let's get to watch them on live stream. Okay, so both teams are ready. Start. I'm just going to tell them that we're going to start now.
AlchemyX always at the go. AlchemyX always in the go.
Yeah. All right. So now we get into the second match of this best of 3. Mr. Wick, how are your thoughts? How do you feel about the series running so far?
Well, it's been interesting. So the draft has been done towards the final series. It will be announced tomorrow morning, early thing. We already had a slide of conclusion who is going to go through. So we already did the draft in preparation beforehand. And so far we are spot on.
Yeah. But it seems that AlchemyX going within a Kai band there. Very interesting.
Well, you can't. I don't. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I don't think we were allowed to actually ban from the.
No, you're not allowed to ban the skin series that are allowed to pick. So.
Oh, I think
there's
that.
a
Oh,
miscommunication.
I see. I thought they were doing a swap on the skin series then. But I didn't think that really was going on there. However, Sai folks saying put Fanny in goal, let Granger or Aloe jungle. That actually would be quite interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
Well, I would like to prefer the Alucard on the jungle and the Fanny on the roam. Especially with the energy regen. It's faster to recall, do your thing, and just be around.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Monkey D. Luffy with a Hayabusa pick. Because you do have a summer skin for Hayabusa.
As long as it's within the skin series, it's allowed.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And Hayabusa
But
right now.
it would be quite nice to see Magedi Lavi on the Hayabusa. I don't think he will be playing. I think he's just picking towards swapping because he's actually a marksman main. But I have seen him playing multiple roles these days, so it would be quite interesting to see.
Yeah, that's true. Monkey D. Luffy is quite a good player. I do enjoy watching him play. Though I haven't seen him on a Hayabusa before. So that'll be a first for me.
And on the Alucard, Hitachi Man, what do you think about his performance?
Well, the build of his, that hybrid build, was quite interesting. General Cho from my own squad, who loves the Alucard, he was telling me that hybrid build is something dangerous. See Hachiman using it, and his engagements there were quite good. Waited very nicely for, as I was saying, they have that discipline. They waited really nicely to engage onto wolves there, which changed a lot in the mid game in the terms of the team fight. He also used the mobility of Alucard quite nicely to keep the lanes pushed in when they were losing the
Well,
team fights.
it's definitely interesting to see the Zilong. I think the Zilong can bring a lot of action towards
Yeah,
turning things around.
yeah. Especially Zilong with Inspire, if it ever gets to the late game, if it gets to the late game, then he's just gonna run around one-shotting everybody.
I do agree, because normally I would see Mangi Lavi on the Claude, but it's funny they didn't swap on it.
That's true. That is true. Though we do have some positional switches from Wolves. I mean, Monkey, as you were saying, Monkey D. Luffy going into the jungle, and Kotleko taking the gold lane.
Oh well, it looks like AlchemyX sticking to the guns.
Yeah. Well, if it worked the first game, I think the thinking is, why wouldn't it work the second game?
Well, I would suggest the Zilong zone down the Granger and the Fanny.
Yeah, he's gotta be disciplined enough to save that second skill of his to deal with the Fanny. That's just trying to zip away. Meanwhile, we've got. Is there an AFK here? Do we see a thumbs up here from anybody?
Nah, he's back.
I don't know what's going on here. Oh, first blood goes to the Hayabusa. Interestingly enough. What
I
is
think
the
they're just going all out
for a
just to
brawl?
test and have a feeling.
Oh, so it's gonna be a mid lane 5v5 going in for the brawl, and it's going to be a kill by Hachiwan onto then the Claude and everybody's rotating towards the mid lane. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're going for a mid lane brawl. Recall spams coming
I
out.
think it's a, consider the field. I think it's the wrong pick.
Oh, I think it's most probably because of the bans there.
Good. I'm just glad they acknowledged it.
Yeah, some sportsmanship going on here.
Like I say, sorry for the delay, but yeah, been wrongly picked.
All right, let's get them all back into the lobby.
Right. Wylender, please just remind them on the chat that it's only allowed to pick the heroes within the skin series. Please do not ban out the heroes within the skin series.
Yeah. I will do that once we get everybody in here. Oh, I think they I think they realized
Realize it. That's good. It's good. As long as they realize it, we're on track.
yeah.
Okay, so sorry for the delay, guys. We'll be back shortly. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. I must say, I really enjoy Wylander stream. Thumbs up to him. Please like, hit, subscribe, share the link, guys. The more the merrier. So please, guys, let's get it viral. Let's get out there and let's make a success or things happening.
Thank you for those kind words, Mr. Wick. I will see you after the show. And just before we end things, you'll get started with this next game here, and Mr. Wick leaves. He did ask me to make the announcement. He said the winner of the Starlight skin for the top chat goes to Toyota. So congratulations, Toyota, on winning that the Starlight skin.
Okay, so Toyota, well done on supporting. I must say you're a top fan. Every time I join the stream, I saw you. You will just have to add me in game. We will have to be friends for 7 days before I can send you the Starlight package. But congratulations on winning the Starlight prize.
Okay. Congratulations there, Toyota. I'll be in touch with you and Mr. Wick, and we'll organize this Starlight for you. Okay, so we're just waiting for everybody to ready up, and then we're gonna get started with this next matchup. And while everybody's getting ready, I think I need something to wet my throat because I have been talking non-stop. Oh yes, after the matchups here for the game, just remember we're gonna still get onto the MSA draw. So we might be a little bit late with that MSA draw, just maybe about 5 or 10 minutes late based on how this game is going. But who do I have with me?
But please stay tuned for the MSA draw. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be hectic. The second leg is gonna happen. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun. Let's do it.
With those exciting words out there from Mr. Wick, let's get into the action.
Okay, so why? I know you're strategic. So if you would have panned out the skin series, how would you go work with it?
What was that? You cut it for a small second there.
Om het Afrikaans te gesels, jy is 'n strategiese mens. As jy nou Lightbond en Summer moes opgepair het, hoe sou jy nou, jy weet, strategies te werke gegaan het daartoe? Hoe sou jy die faktor gevat het om te sê, luister, we zone out this group of players or we zone out this type of hero towards winning or a turnaround?
Well, the main issue that AlchemyX with the Lightborn is going to face is coming from that Akai. Because he counters the one roam that they have for the Lightborn series, which is Tiger. So, sadly, you're going to have to try and work around it. You know, with the fact that that's the way that you're going to have to go. We've got AlchemyX flashing a few different skins around there, though we expect the lineup to be more or less the same. They're just playing around there with some flexing of some skins.
So just to talk about most wanted list. So mainly we have most wanted tournament that's happening within the next week, starting on Monday. We will have the first round of 4 matches happening on Monday. Then we'll have a break on Tuesday. We will resume on Wednesday and Thursday, having the last group stages, best out of 1. Then we'll progress to the quarterfinals, which is best out of 3, semifinals and finals, which is all best out of 3. So I hope you guys tune into Waylander Stream. King of the Hill is in association with Waylander Streaming. So I hope you guys enjoy the stream and the content that will be delivered towards the channel. And just have fun, guys. There will be a lot of giveaways. There will be prize money, etc., etc. So stay tuned. There is a lot of exciting stuff happening, and I hope you guys, everyone, is keen in joining. If you have further questions, you are more than welcome to ask on King of the Hill ML Africa page, where I will be personally assisting you. So, any questions, any answers, anything you need to know, feel freely to ask.
Yeah, guys. There's a lot of exciting things up in the horizon there. Thank you all for tuning in to watch these games. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have. We do have a lot of exciting things on the way. So, and we're live every single day, Monday to Sunday, 7 days a week, starting between 8 to 9 p.m., but though typically 9 p.m. There's always games to be watched. We'd love to stream this 5v5 setup here in South Africa, trying to get our South African gaming scene out there for the world to see.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about the recognition. We all want to get out there, even if it's players, casters, etc. Just stay tuned and have fun, guys. Enjoy the games.
So we got John Hockey there in the chat saying AlchemyX is going to take the second game as well. Let's see. Let us see. Maybe Wolves will show a little bit of extra discipline in this game. They do have a Nana pick that's a bit different. We also have John Hockey also saying that we should give Toyota a Hilux.
Well done.
All right.
Give that man a bells.
Give that man a bells. Wish I could give myself a bells. But anyway, we've got games to get through and the MSA draw coming up after this. Some vision being given here by Supermab on the Tigreal. Just trying to make sure that Fanny can see when the buff is being taken. So she come in with the Retri Steel. Oh, nice engagement with the Fanny. Does she have the Retri? Yes, she does. But the burst damage comes out from the Nana there. So although Fanny manages to get the double blue, oh no, doesn't get the blue. In fact, it was the Ketlecho there with the Kai who got the blue as well. So John Hockey, what do you think? You think it's still going to be AlchemyX taking the second game? Or is it too early to tell? So we've got a nice engagement here from Kai onto the Tigreal, doing a lot of poke damage. Tigreal just trying to use his movement to confuse the enemy team there to try and get away. Comes back around, try to get up for a possible setup here again. Onto the gold lane. Fanny being level 4. Meanwhile, Hachiman here trying to get himself to level 4 because Freya's already there. But being low health, it might be a little bit dangerous. Freya doesn't realize that she's in the bush, busy trying to take the small crab. Meanwhile, here on the mid lane, there's an engagement onto the Kai from the Tigreal, pulls him. The Tigreal onto the Kai, but Tigreal's a bit low health, can't really get in there. AlchemyX Sylveon trying to give his team some vision to see when that turtle is going to go down. Will they be able to contest it? I don't know. So Amrion trying to get into position to get the Retri off. Yes, gets the Retri off. Oh, missed the cable there, but manages to get away.
That was some beautiful work there, man.
Yes, that was Mr. Ninja. Yes, that was. Hadith committing the ultimate just to make sure that he doesn't get locked down and busted down there. The gold advantage is no real advantage. Slight. Maybe 100k gold to the side of Wolves. Oh, engagement there by the Granger, but misses a little bit of the skills. However, the ultimate keeps landing in there. Beautiful engagement there from the Granger.
yucky.
Well,
Disgusting.
I would like to see the Nana pairing up more with the Freya towards getting in the kills.
Yeah, that's actually quite a dangerous combination now that you mention it. Even with the Akai as well. Basically, any CC that can follow up the Nana CC is just going to be devastating.
100%.
Oh, engagement here
Is
onto
it,
the
is it,
Freya.
is it,
Tigreal pulls it back. Does he commit the implosion? No, he does not. He's just waiting. He realizes that the entire Wolves team tried to counter engage there with their movements. As you were saying, the
Some
Freya,
serious
Nana, and
discipline, bro.
Florence sticking quite close together.
is it Ginger Ninja in the commentary?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm
Ah,
busy with a little
how's it,
side
man?
project
How's
here.
it
So when
going?
you started jumping in, I took the liberty to take a little break and just get busy with that.
ah.
How you been doing, man?
Great yourself, brother.
Oh, a lot of
Ah,
poke,
can't complain, can't complain.
lot of poke
Well,
damage
thank
coming
you
out
so
onto the
much
Tigreal.
for giving me a little break there, bro. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, win-win.
Okay, well, like I said, you do you. I'm just here to follow up.
Oh,
I do really enjoy your commentating, boys.
Thank
Really.
you,
oh
thank
no,
you.
dude. Like, I'll be honest.
Oh,
I was actually while I was busy with what I was busy with, I was actually listening to you two, and it was actually very nice to listen to you as well. You've got a lot of insight.
oh, look! Did you see that engagement by Freya onto the two there?
Yep,
Manages to get down, get one of them,
ambient
and still
down,
escape. Meanwhile, we've got the
ambient down.
turtle. Yeah, meanwhile we've got the turtle coming up here, and Florin is just out trying to help zone away with that Nana. Nana commits the ultimate though, but not onto anybody. Oh yes, Mr. Wick. While we have you here, can you tell our viewers what's those are the new people who've actually just joined the live stream? Can you tell them what's our plans for the next coming days?
Okay, so basically, we have most wanted list that is formed out of 12 teams that have already been registered. So, whilst the competition is happening, you will be awarded points towards victory. So, let's say perhaps you win a game, you get 3 points. Like most wanted is based out of one game. So, the total points you can achieve is 3 games, or rather 3 points. Sorry for the thing is, maar, askies, julle, fucking, askies.
Hey, brother, give
English.
Afrikaans ons kan Afrikaans.
Yeah, yeah, you can say it in
Yeah,
Afrikaans.
you
We'll
know,
translate.
which is Afrikaans hierso. But yeah, so you will be awarded 3 points for a victory, 0 points for a loss. Then you will be randomly placed 1 to 12 on a spot on the most wanted list. So we have 3 teams in a group. Obviously, the top 2 teams progress out of every group. So you will have 4 teams basically at your bottom bracket. Now, those 4 teams can be challenged in the most wanted list. So we have a prize pool that will be won towards most wanted tournament. After it, it will be formed most wanted list, whilst the bottom 4 teams can be challenged for a spot on the list. Once you enter the list, you will have to defend your spot for 1 month. After that, if you're still on the list, you are eligible to enter King of the Hills League.
That's very, very
Then,
interesting.
so yeah, there will be a massive prize pool towards contributing towards King of the Hills League. Right now is just touch and go, just to get everyone on board towards contributing. Um, like, let's put it as it is. It's difficult to put a prize pool out of your own pocket, rather than having teams pay as little as a R1 a player. So you will have 12 teams. Ach, hoor vir my 12 teams.
12
Okay, in
players.
Afrikaans. Waylander, will you please
Yes,
assist
yes, yes.
me in...
The
Ja,
translation.
okay. So jy het 12 spelers, 'n span. So dit gaan jou R12 'n span kos. So dit is nie veel om 'n span in te skryf nie. Dan as ons nou most wanted, sover is die prysgeld op R254. Dit is nou vir die most wanted ding is wenner. Dan soos wat die 4 spelers uitval, die 4 spanne, jy weet obviously die lys kan gevorm word. Dan daarna, as jy nie op die list is nie, is jy nie eligible om King of the Hill te enter nie. Dan as jy King of the Hill enter, is dit R100 entry fee om King of the Hill te entry en dan, jy weet, die prize pool bou net op.
Right. So as things stand, it's having a cash prize for winning, which is based on the entry fee, is actually going to be quite an interesting thing. Keeps the tournament going. Oh, nice implosion there from the Tigreal. Manages to catch 4 of them. And the follow-up damage. Nana, finally, with that passive of hers being procced, vengeance being committed there by the Harrod. Harrod keeps going in, following up onto that Florin, just not wanting to let it get away. But for our viewers as well, Mr. Wick, what's the games looking like coming up after this?
On the 5th of August, we're starting with the exciting, and guys, I am really excited to see AlchemyX versus Rise. Is the opening game. So I hope everyone will be tuning in to watch that game, especially Group A. We have Rise, which is home to King of the Hill. Rise is one of my favorite teams, and obviously I'll back them versus AlchemyX just to hit Con Rika, in the jungle.
That's going to be a very, very fun matchup. So that's going to be not tomorrow, guys. It's going to be the 5th, which is Monday. The first game kicking off at around 7 o'clock.
And then obviously the 2 teams that's winning both respective games towards the skin series will be playing a final as well. The skin series has been drawn. So we already took the liberty. Just don't mention it to the teams. Obviously they can hear me, but don't mention it. We already took the liberty of planning in advance towards who's gonna win. And I must say we're a little bit spot on.
Yeah, well, we got John Hockey in the live chat saying who's going to be your next favorite team after we beat Rise.
Right. Oh, okay. Then obviously it's Pyro. Pyro is my favorite team towards supporting any competition. I just like the way Pyro plays. They have that kind of comeback. Okay, and then obviously I would say my favorite team towards any competition or towards entering a team would be Rise because of their aggressiveness.
Yeah, Rise is quite a good match, but it'll be a very, very interesting match. AlchemyX versus Rise as the first game. Just so you know, that's going to be Monday night. Stream starting at just before 7 o'clock. Meanwhile, through all our discussion about what is to come, we've got Wolves taking the first lot of the game. An engagement here onto Hachiman with the Alucard, but he has the mobility to get away. Florin just keep making sure that the team stays safe. It's the Florin pick that's really hurting AlchemyX at this moment in time. Nice concealed play coming out from the Tigreal. They get a beautiful engagement onto the Clint there, which is the marksman down trying to protect as the Lord comes in there. Though Katleko gets a nice put onto the Granger. Granger manages to get out, and the implosion coming out from the Tigreal. The patience being shown there.
The Granger. Beautiful.
Oh, and Hachiman in the backline along with the Fanny there, Umbreon managing to get 2 kills. And so the defense is on. Though the Lord is pushing into the base, the top lane turret does fall, but the gold advantage now being slightly cancelled out. Though through this whole engagement, Wolves did manage to take 2 of the turrets. All right, for those of you,
Always a solid trade for
yeah,
any. We're taking turrets wins this game. Like kills is something, but turrets
Yeah, well,
is
if you don't have wave management, and you're not able to read the game, you can turn on you.
That is true. Now, I know we were supposed to start at 10 p.m. with the MSA draw phase, but we are running. I wouldn't say late, right? This was the first a lot of the matches. Oh, what a beautiful pick off there!
He's gonna
Onto
end,
the
he's gonna end,
Granger
he's
in the
gonna
full
end,
team
he's gonna
breakout.
end.
Oh,
Beautiful, good on time.
Wolves takes the second game, making it 1-1. So we're gonna go all the way to the third matchup here, though we need to. Though we need to wait a little bit because it is 10 p.m. now. We need to tell. For those of you watching, you're just gonna have to hold on for a short degree to get back to the action. But it's not like the action's actually gonna stop. We're gonna get into the MSA draw right now. Okay, so we're just waiting for Nigel and Co to get in onto the Discord server here. I'm just gonna have to send it again. I'm not sure what happened to the link that I sent them. At the same time, let's just
Oh, sorry guys, I just needed to grab a charger. Ah, well done to Wolves.
yeah, very, very well done to Wolves.
Proud, proud.
Mr. Wick,
As a former roamer for Wolves, played in the MSA, proud of the guys.
Yes. Well done to them managing to take the second game.
Straight.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Mr. Wick,
we need to get
yeah.
onto.
Are you gonna stick around, brother?
Okay, I couldn't hear you.
Are you gonna stick around?
Yes.
Because I actually have a very early morning and a very busy day before tomorrow's streams, so I would love to dip. And I
Okay,
can
nice
leave
one.
away. Thanks, brother.
Nice one.
Cheers, mate.
Sure, man.
Right,
Cheers,
cheers.
chat. Many loves. Like and subscribe and share to the family.
Okay, so let me get this the board up here. We're gonna try and get into this spin the wheel for the MSA draw. And let me just get this off screen. So we're just waiting for Nigel to join us, and then we can get started with the MSA draw.
Ah, it's Nigel.
I'm here. I'm not
Can
sure. Can you guys hear me?
Hi, yes, we can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm alright, and you?
All good. So we're into the draw phase for MSA, second stage, round of 32. Is there any teams?
Yeah, definitely.
Any teams here that you're wanting to see matched up one against the other? I know we've got 32 teams to go through. It's quite a long list. But is there anybody you'd like to see matched up against anybody else?
I would say I'd like to see the best competition face the best competition, but I wouldn't want any of them because it is single elimination. So obviously, wouldn't want any of the good teams. No, not any of the good teams, but any of the nice teams to be, you know, playing before the finals. But you can't. That's the point of the lucky draw. You never know what happens. So if a team is knocked out, they're knocked out. But we will have wild card, but that will be explained later down the line. But yeah, for now, just single elimination, and yeah. So far as I know, there are some big announcements coming, especially for the top 32 stage, and I'm pretty sure the community will be excited to hear about that. So yeah, for now we're gonna get into the draw. Just yeah, thank you guys for hanging with me, and yeah, it's been fun watching the most wanted games. There's a lot of interesting matchups happening. Very very exciting. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. I am joined by Jazz, who's here. She was just chilling. You have something to say, Jazz? Want to greet the people? Yeah.
No.
That's a very sleepy no. It is the late show here with the draw. So, shall we get into the draw phase?
Sure thing. Yeah. Do you mind just sharing the screen also on my side so that I can see it?
Okay.
Like on Discord.
Sorry. My apologies. Let me just switch. I forgot that I was sharing one thing and I need to start sharing something else.
No, I think we have to report to Ilanda.
Yeah, Jazz just likes
What
to
do you-
report everybody. Everybody. I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
I'm also not on the same screen.
Okay. Sorry. It's a little bit of a technical glitch thanks to Waylander being so old and not knowing what he's doing.
Lander, how's things going? Evening?
Alright, so I think we
No,
can,
no.
can we get started with the first spin there, or is anything
No, we can
else?
start. So before we do start, again, 32 teams best of 3 matches up until the grand finals. The structure will be sent out. Nothing too special right now at the moment. It's just that we need all the teams that haven't confirmed their participation to just do it. It doesn't mean that your slot will go away or anything. It's for us to gauge who's still active and still available. We're gonna have a lot more matches right before the tournament actually starts. So right now, you obviously have seen the most wanted is busy right now, but we're only starting in September, so there is still plenty of action right before we start. We're just making sure that the top 32 stage is set. But yeah, that's pretty much it from our side. And yeah, we can go with the stream. So we're gonna basically draw, and then I think you already have the stuff structure all sorted by your side. Yeah. So yeah.
So we've got we've got all 32 teams on this very congested wheel, as we can see. Let's get into the first spin. Oh! So first team to be selected here is Soul Society, which is actually we saw them on the Waylander Gaming Channel live stream not too long ago, and
Definitely.
well, actually they say they're a bit of a new team. It is a new team, but with a lot of old players. They've got I think a global Kagura on their side who I was enjoying.
Chocolate pie.
Yeah. William, do you have something that captures the teams on your side, right? Or do I have to do it on my side?
I know I'm capturing. I'm capturing.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
up against Pain Messiah.
That'll be a very exciting game to watch.
Wonder what
I feel like
Nicolas has to
both-
say about that.
Oh yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting matchup.
Both teams have history between them.
History as in beef. How
Yeah.
very juicy.
Juicy.
Do we get to
No
Do we-
matchup too, right?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's see who's going to be next.
Pyro.
Oh,
Perfect.
That's gonna-
Pyro. Who will Pyro be facing? Is the question.
And Pyro should be up against. Oh, what is this? I actually need to upgrade this, don't I?
I'm voting on elevated gods.
I think it would be a fun matchup to see Pyro against Elevated Gods. Pyro got a whole new squad, right? They've got a lot of new members.
Do you agree? They're exciting now.
Ooh. So it's gonna be Pyro versus No Game No Life. No Game No Life is from Zimbabwe. That's the squad with Lord Alpha and Xenaton and those guys. So a relatively new squad in terms of competitive gaming. So it'll be exciting to see how they go against Pyro, who has, as far as I know, Pyro just always been there. So it'll be exciting to see how they look right now at the moment. And they'll be going against No Game No Life. So pretty good matchup.
What up, good people?
Hello, this is Ari.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, it is
Yeah, round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Hey, let me get the sound one. Where is it? I don't know.
African band, exciting team.
Definitely. African Burn recently played in the scrims. Yeah, they're active squad. Recently started playing five mans a lot. So excited to see
Didn't
how
didn't
yeah
they win the group stage as well?
they lost
What
zero
are the
games in
draws
their
so
group
far?
stage. Yeah.
What are
So
the draws so
yeah,
far? What have I missed?
definitely
Uh,
exciting team.
yeah, exciting team. So for Ari who just left, it will be Pyro versus No Game No Life, and also be Pain Messiah versus Soul Society. Those are the first two confirmed matches, and then yeah. So now we're going on to the next games. Yeah. So we're gonna see right now who Africa Burn is gonna be facing.
Give me a ride.
Ooh,
Oh, it's gonna be a great matchup.
yeah. Pyro versus not Pyro rather
Africa
Africa
Burn.
Burn versus Teams Solomon.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
exciting
a
match.
great matchup.
Both teams didn't
I,
lose
I,
the
I
group
could be.
stages.
Do you guys know any player from Africa Burden? I don't know this team.
Oh yeah, Africa
Okay,
Burn
well,
is
Um,
Africa Burn is
African
very strong.
African
Very, very
African
good.
burn is a very very, I must say, synergy wise very strong. I think they have their things together. We can state it like that. Um,
I asked for.
very
I asked you to
exciting
name
team.
one player. You tell me about synergy. Are you just trying to say they're bad? Are
they're
you
good
trying to
squad. No,
sugarcoat it?
no, they're good squad. They play quite like I don't like I'm saying they haven't lost. They didn't lose a single game in their group stage. So both teams actually haven't lost.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's gonna be a tight matchup of these. So it's basically number one of each group facing against each other. So pretty cool matchup to see. Yeah.
what other teams were they in the same group with before we get to the next spin?
Would have
Never
to
mind.
check. I have to check. Yeah, but yeah, pretty good team. Dark System B, Jazz, come on. Yeah.
I'm here.
So we have the Dark System
Oh wait,
B.
no, this is RRQ.
Yeah, this is
It's
RQB.
me.
So
It
RQ
is me.
basically changed the name. So explain that name change for the people before we got to the next team. For the people that are confused, that way. Go on.
I
Jazz.
mean, ML has been dark system. Okay, we all have been playing. We know how bad our games are going. So dark system is a good name.
They couldn't live up to the name.
Yeah. So the Dark
They
System is
they
RQ.
had Jasmine as the jungler. She was missing the retreats, so that's why they're like, you know what? Let's change the name. She's not living up to
Yeah.
the reputation. But
Yeah.
Jasmine, do you have? Am I lying? Jazzy Jazz.
Yo.
I'm here. Wait, what?
Yeah. So we're gonna
Well,
see who Dark System is gonna be facing. What do you think, Boris?
hopefully they practiced on the fingers is ready. Ninth order, here
Ooh.
we go.
Okay. So it's going to be RIQ versus a team from Kenya, the Ninth Order. Let me just see the Ninth Order. Yeah, so this is the Kenyan champions. These are the Kenyan champions coming in for. Um, is it the Ninth Order? Listen, there's the Ninth Order and there's another order. There's two orders from Kenya. One of them is the Kenyan champions, and they're both going to kill me if I don't get the right one right. So yeah, basically this team is from Kenya also, and they'll be facing against Dark System, which is it's going to be an interesting matchup to see. Both teams have been working on a lot. As far as I know, Dark System B, did they go through any changes, Jess? No?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I think they have like new set of players. I cannot
So,
give the strategy away, Nigel.
Okay,
so,
okay.
so, Bind Crusher, basically you've been working with the African teams. What can you tell us about what's happening in the African teams?
So, as far as African teams, a few of them actually are going to be competing internationally. We're in the global esports games. Essentially, this is a tournament that's going to be held in China down the line, and they're going to have regional qualifiers. So far, countries that have finished their qualifiers, Zambia has finished their qualifiers. They'll be represented by Team Predompt. It's called Incognito. It's got a few Zambian players, and I'll mention them if they come up. Kenya is going to be represented by a team that we also have seen just now. And what other team? Zimbabwe has gotten theirs. South Africa
How's,
is not sure yet.
how's Ghana progressing?
Ghana actually lost in a friendly 3-1. That was very, very interesting to see that a team in the Southern African region can beat them that badly. So yeah, Zambia actually faced against Ghana recently today, and Zambia beat them 3-1. So I'm not sure how the lag situation is. That's what I've been hearing, but our team in the Southern African region did pretty well. So very
Okay,
exciting to see how they do the regionals.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. Before you
so
guys can ask a question, is this for IESF or is this like a different tournament you guys are
It,
mentioning?
it's another international tournament. So they'll be working. They're both Mountain recognized tournament. It's just this one is a different one. It's not ISF. No.
okay, so whilst we are live,
Yeah.
I would like to invite African top teams towards King of the Sea. Will you be able to organize that for me?
I definitely, as soon as they're done preparing, I will get them all up to see. I'm not sure if they want to review the strategies, but I can definitely get them around to see how, at least the teams in our region, I can get them around for you to face each other and see how they do.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Ooh,
The Motiers. What can you tell the viewers about Equilibrium?
Equilibrium has a lot of people, a lot of members. They did, they haven't since they've gotten the new lineup. I don't say I haven't really seen them play actively in a tournament as much. We did get to see a bit in the early groups, but yeah, always a good squad to have around. A lot of good synergy. They're always in rank as far as I know. So I would say at least top 10, at least top 10 in our server. So we'll have to see how they do in the MSA Cup. We'll have to see who they're actually going to face right now. So yeah, let's see how they do. Ooh.
Right, true.
Does anyone want to
Interesting
test
matchup.
that? You've seen them around, Ari, or Jazz? Jazz, have you seen these people around?
Riker
Yeah.
was in the same group
I think if I'm
as
not
my
mistaken, they were the group. Oh, sorry, my bad.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
They were the same group that I was in Nabjutsu. They show a lot of discipline, a lot of potential. Obviously, it's still a bit of a newish squad, so they're working their way up. It's tough if when you're still building your way up to get up to playing against a team like Equilibrium. I know you said top 10 there. I'd actually put Equilibrium firmly in my top 5 on the best squads in the server. I mean, the way I've seen them play, the synergy, the strategies that they use, they're a really, really strong team. So it should be a very interesting matchup because not much is known about Raikiran. But sometimes not being well known could play very strongly into your favor because it means that the less the enemy know about you, the less they're going to be able to do in terms of respect bans and things like that. So,
Do agree.
but
Yeah, I agree with him, especially since they might just not take it as seriously. You never know. Top 32, single elimination. They might be like, who's Raikin, and just show up with some random thing, and then they can pull up a surprise. So yeah, very exciting matchup to see. I agree with both of you.
okay, I'm just trying to see where Raikiran is to. I don't know. My eyes are deceiving me to get them out of. Okay, right. So Raikiran out of the list.
Top team.
The Mavericks.
Yeah.
The quote unquote the worst team in our server.
That's
Quote
not.
unquote. Quote unquote. No, but the good guys.
Okay, but
I don't know
wait,
what's happening with Mavericks.
there is a question I want to arise. How does Mavericks feel about the loss against Madagascar?
Oh, where?
In Reserve.
We would have to ask them how they feel about that loss against Madagascar. Did they lose? I
Yeah, I
don't know.
was
I
just
don't
about
remember.
to ask. Like, is there a Babs member in here? Maybe.
We can ask
So,
them.
so
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the details. Um, but I just heard about it, so I'm not fully clued up about it. So indulge me if I'm speaking incorrectly.
I
But
was. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh wait, by the way, for anybody who's watching and is confused, Mavericks are the South African representatives for IESF, the tournament I thought was supposed to be starting or played majority in August, but it seems as though there were a few games that were played. We have yet to know what's that about because I haven't heard of any game.
okay. So
Okay.
so basically, in King of the Sea, the top two teams of Madagascar already entered. Um, whilst we still need to talk about the SA's top teams that's gonna enter. Um, I didn't approach that of yet. I already invited most of the countries representative in the ISEF. Um, so we will be speaking to Maverick soon.
Okay. So I do have the official. No. So I think. Let me just. In the Southern African region, there were 4 teams that were playing, and then of those 4 teams, Mavericks didn't lose a single game. So they were number one in their group. So they were facing Namibia, they were facing Mauritius, and they
Yeah,
were facing
they beat Namibia 2-0, right?
yeah.
And then they played.
Yeah, they won all 3 games. So they beat Madagascar, they beat Namibia, and they beat Mauritius. But Madagascar did also go through. So
Yeah,
Madagascar only lost one.
I saw a highlight which I will be sending through to you, and then we can progress with the discussion.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Exciting matchup. Anyways, who is Mavericks facing, guys? Who are they facing?
That's the big question. Let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, who are the fortunate souls? Who are the fortunate souls who are gonna have an easy game?
Oh yes, rank
Ooh,
2 in
okay.
Eastern Madagascar.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
so Madagascar is Elysium, or Asylum, or whatever. They changed their name from that name to Madagascar. A pretty exciting squad. They only lost to Elevated Gods, but Elevated Gods has also changed their name. We'll get down to that now. So, anyways, yeah. So pretty good matchup to see, and Warwick would get to see his South Africa versus Madagascar
Madagascar.
matchup. So that'll be
That
exciting
that's
matchup.
a, that's good. That's good. That's good. Wailander,
Yeah, my team is up. I don't know what much
who
I
you,
can
who
say.
you fancy?
I back us against everybody. Everybody. Bring
Is,
everybody.
Gen- is, is General Chow playing?
Yeah. General Chow is playing. Though he's been suffering recently with a lot of MS issues. So,
Oh, shout out to General Chow.
yeah, shout out to General Chow. He,
oh man,
he,
you can't leave it at that. Tell us the strategies. Tell us the strategies, man.
so,
Tell us tell us
I'll,
the type of plays that we might see
okay, so
from Nav
our
Duty.
plan is to go in, 5 men down the mid lane, just all tanks.
Walk over it.
Yeah, it's just with four revitalize and an Estus in the back line there, and we're gonna take
Regen.
everybody.
Whoever rival Laila.
Yeah. New meta. Right.
Very exciting. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
August.
So
August.
I saw this
Oh
game.
my
I saw Puggers 2.0 in the dawning of elites. Nigel, what can you tell us about this team?
As at the moment they don't have a squad, but I've heard that they will be regrouping for the tournament. So they did quite a few members did leave the squad itself, but they have all informed me that they'll all be back and would have sorted their stuff up by September. So they did all register a few new players. They got a few new players from DMG, Damage Max
Gods.
Gods. They got a new jungler for them too. So they registered a few new players. They're already a good squad in general. It's just a few members left, and now they're gonna come back
So,
hopefully by September. Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
basically, you're saying NAFGT has a chance.
a question from
I
Mr. Week towards MSA staff. You guys have been casting a lot. We saw previous the top 50 teams in our server. Um, what do you guys reckon is the top 10 teams towards the server in MSA Cup?
top 10 teams.
Yes.
What we can do is have a mid-season rankings cup and see who gets in the top 10. Because
But
yeah,
as opinion wise,
opinion-wise, I would definitely have to go with the teams that have qualified. So I'll probably put Mavericks there, put Equilibrium there. I would put Exodus there. I would put
Khakies.
Elevated Gods there. I would put those are the 4 confident
can
teams
you
that
can
I'm
you
in.
can you indulge me in elevated gods?
Elevated Gods has. I mean, it's got decent players. It's just that they sometimes disband, but they'll be playing under Zen X. So they have quite a few years of practice and playing together. So that's what they have going for them. So right now, I think they've got a lot of regrouping to do. I would say skill wise, they're very skilled, but I would say that there's a lot of squads that are pretty good. It's just that all about how they execute them. In our server at least, any team can win. We saw. Was it Conquerors? Yeah, Conquerors from Madagascar actually was. I think either they beat Mavericks or they took a game down from Mavericks.
Yeah.
That's what we saw in the top 32, at least in the
Yeah.
qualifying match.
Oh,
Yeah, they did. That was
Conquerors,
the game
Conquerors
when
in
what you call this, Rika was casting, and he was so impressed with the Kamala Joy combo that they used when Conquerors beat Mavericks. But anyway,
Conquerors, BG. I can name a few Madagascar teams that has been participating in King of the Hill championships or in series or leagues, if you may perhaps call it. And I know Conquerors is back for Most Wanted, and they're thirsty for blood. So I'm really truly excited to see what Conquerors can bring towards Most Wanted.
all right. So I think let's get this split on the road, cause we've got to get back to the next game there. That's happening, right? For the most wanted tournament.
And MSA. Same dynasty.
So we've got Saint Dynasty here, which is actually a really, really, really strong team. Anybody has anything to add on to that about Saint Dynasty? Or is it... They are one of the more famous teams in the squad. And we do have one of their members sitting here quietly and not saying anything, but was expecting me to talk about my team playing. With Ivy.
Saint Dynasty is one of the longest standing clan names that I know of and most respected. So, exciting team.
Yes, very exciting team. Let's see who we
Very,
get.
very exciting team. It's a team full of feeders, basically. It's a team full of feeders.
Let's see who they get matched
Everybody
up
going up
against.
It's Novacore.
Cobra White Wolves, who are anxiously waiting to get into the next matchup here.
Oh, the Cobra White Wolves are supposed to be playing after this.
Yeah, they're anxiously waiting to try to get into the next matchup. To see whether, because they're playing against AlchemyX in the skin series. So basically, it's going to be a skin versus skin squads, and right now it's sitting at 1-1, and so they're waiting to get into their third and final game. So let's see who's up next here. Oh, the much spoken about elevated gods finally gets pulled
Yes,
off
yes.
the list.
Wait, with this one we have to pause a bit. Because you guys have been talking about this team. I don't know anything about this team. I don't even know one player from this team. So I'm kind of surprised that you guys have been hyping it up a bit. So maybe just mention a few players you guys think we can look out for. Players you think will impress before we get to the opponents.
Well, I also don't know all that much about this team. I know there was a name change, right? And then the person who know all about them has taken a pause for the cause and will join us back short.
And it's the same like I asked you. Can you give more insight about elevated gods? Because we've been hearing about them, but I haven't been up to date about who's playing, what's playing, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna refer to that question. Can you tell us about the players? No, I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, at least you know what the previous name was. The
The name
previous name
was?
that they had. You're saying that they had a name change. What was the name before?
This is like I said, I'm not too familiar with what anything about what was being said previously. But anyway, we'll do our research and then in the next stream, we'll cover up anything that we miss out. But let's see who they get faced up against.
Yo,
Oh, Celestials.
exciting.
Yeah, very, very exciting. Celestials quite a good squad. It's Pegasus is their captain.
So Nigel, what will be your prediction about elevated gods and celestial?
Nigel is no longer in the building.
It's
Seems as
Uh,
though
finally
he's left us to our own demise.
yes, left the
Um,
building.
you know, I think I have seen a few members from Celestials. It's just it's not something that I've noticed much. I think I have seen them rather in rank or maybe in a few previous tournaments. It's just the names that I'm trying to get to. But as for Celestials, we did see them during the group stages. A decent team, a very good team. One I would call maybe I don't want to say underdogs because I don't want to say that, but it's just
But it, but
surprise
it, but it, but it does call for exciting matchup, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, because Celestials are a bit of a surprise package. I don't, you know, they can surprise you. They're good here, they're bad here.
You know,
So we'll just have
as
to wait and see.
as I see it here, I would say Yen versus Vikings, Exodius versus Ice. That would be nice. Nova Core versus AlchemyX. Oh, boys, it can be juicy.
Alright, let's just see who we actually get then. It's Purveyors of Pain.
Nick Nova. No, it's not Nick. It's Nick. It's Nick something. Who's the captain?
It's Chep. Chep is their captain. It's a bit of a reshuffled squad from the team that we actually saw playing in. They're up and coming, very good improvement squad.
Okay.
So we'll get to see, hopefully they'll get to showcase their stuff, all the things they've been working on. I was speaking to their leader and he says he's got a lot of strategies going into this tournament, working on quite a few things with his team. So let's see who Purveyors is going to be up against.
Go Rise.
Let's get Rise in the matchup there. Oh,
Go boys.
that's a very interesting matchup there for Purveyors. Rise is a very, very, very strong team, as we all know. They've been around for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who doesn't know some of the players or a lot of the players or any of the players from any of these teams?
Rise was the face-off, I would say, King of the Hill.
Let me recall to Nigel. Do you know Tag Your Dead?
I'm not Nigel, but I do know Target. Oh, okay, so it's a part of Rise.
So I'm not clued up with whoever is in the stream, but yeah, Rise definitely my vote.
Okay.
Do we actually sound alike?
Okay, so we've got Legion
now we
of
have
Reapers.
Legion of Reapers. Legion of Reapers. Do you guys know this team?
This was one of the few teams I would say I'm not too familiar with. Though I'm
Maybe
sure.
the comment section.
Yeah.
Maybe the guys in the comment section know. But just let us know what you guys think about the previous teams. And now we are going to spin Well, just to see who they'll be going up against. It's Legion of Reapers, if I'm not mistaken, versus Dark System A.
Former RRQ.
Former RRQ, man. For this one, I do know RRQ. They're a very, very strong team. A very coordinated team. With Say, Hey, and them, I think they mostly like to play assassins in the jungle, which kind of plays towards the meta that we have seen after the previous patch. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how this team plays. But I am curious on who Legion of Reapers are. So maybe they'll give us a big surprise and defeat the posers of RRQ. But sorry, Dark System. Now we have Heaven Predators. I think they were part of Group H, if I'm not mistaken. Came out second. Waylander, do you know anything about them?
HB, we played them not too long ago with Nabjutsu. They are very well coordinated.
HP.
Yeah, HP. That's Heaven Strategists. They are a good team.
Yeah, definitely. I did go. And I played a few games in rank with one of their members, so I know they have at least one decent player. But since Nigel is back to give us a bit of wisdom, oh wait, no, it's somebody else.
Which squad is it? Which squad is it?
HP.
It's HP.
Which one? Which AP? There's lots of them. The 0?
HP 0, yes.
They have a few good players. Let's see how they do. That's
So let's see who. Let's see who they get matched up
we've got
against.
the Benedetta guy. Yeah, lots of guys.
And you did see that during the something to look out for. The opponent is going to be Gascom Esports.
Gascom Esports.
I don't know these guys. Again,
I streamed one of their matches in the MSA tournament. Decent squad, but the only time I've seen them is in that one particular matchup. So again, it's not another team I can't really say all that much about. But I mean, just because we don't know doesn't mean they're not a good team. Get to see for ourselves.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of opportunities for surprises, but maybe Nigel has a few insights before we get into the next.
I missed something. Sorry, I was just quickly out of bounds. Wolves, who are they facing?
Saint Dynasty.
Cobra White Wolves, Saint Dynasty.
Oh, that's an easy matchup for Cobra White Wolves. Easy.
Yep, easy.
That would be one of the teams I would have traded to get, but we got Poggers, so I can't really say much.
Yeah. Such easy games for you. Anyways.
Yeah, we're expecting a wipeout. What do you call it? A clean sweep.
Yeah.
I think our 5-man tank strategy might be the best plan.
Definitely.
That's a bit too much. It's 5 supports. 5 supports, man.
5 supports.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the next spin here. We're down to the last 8 teams.
AlchemyX. Okay. Are they not actually playing right now? They're currently playing, aren't they?
Well, they're waiting for us to finish the draw so that they can get into their game. But yeah, it's a Hachiman squad.
Let's try and finish up quickly. Let's not try and discuss the squads.
All right, let's see who AlchemyX is going to be facing. Oh my. Asiatic Cheeks. Asiatic Cheeks flies under everybody's radar. Yet Asiatic Cheeks beat Equilibrium in the MSA Cup. I actually streamed that game.
Yeah. Pretty good squad. And they used to be an all-female team, and now they're just all-Asian team. So pretty cool team to see. Good luck to them. Very exciting match to watch. Let's see who the last 6 are. See.
Yen from Madagascar.
No, that's not the Madagascarian, I think. I think this is the South African one.
Matrix one.
Yeah,
The one with KP and those guys.
yes, KP
Pretty good
squad.
squad too.
Yeah. They actually, they were playing on the Waylander Gaming live stream just a few days ago.
They win?
They were on the on my channel on the Waylander Gaming live stream just a few days ago.
Ah,
They
okay.
played
okay.
against who was it? Soul Society. I don't know. They actually played against Dark System A team. That was an intense matchup. It went 2-1 to the side of Yin.
Jeez, that's pretty cool. Viking G or Viking.
Yeah.
That's Madagascar squad, but
Yes,
they have
yes.
German flags for some reason.
Yes.
Pretty cool squad.
Yes. They actually impressed me quite a bit in their group. I think they won their group, finishing top.
Isn't that the Hanzo players?
They do have one, but they didn't play it in the tournament. All right, so we're down to the last 4 teams here. It's Exodus, Genesis, Nova Core, Nigel.
Exodus versus Nova Core, let's go!
What are the chances of facing Exodus, huh? Apparently they're pretty high. Victor Core.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think they're both Madagascar teams, so that would be cool to watch how they do. So props to them.
Yeah. Actually, it's we're gonna see now who's facing Invictus Corps. So let's get into the spin here.
Let's go! Aha!
Oh, so
Let's go!
Genesis.
I have an Exodus member here. So Skull, come here. Come. Apparently we're
Go!
facing
Nova Core versus Exodus, let's do it!
Yeah, so apparently there's a 1 out of 32 chance we're gonna face each other, and then suddenly we're facing each other in the draw. Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
Exodus is gonna win by far.
He says Exodus is gonna win by far. And now we'll have to see how it goes. So then I don't
Most wanted winners, Exodus, let's go!
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who Exodus are gonna play.
Yeah.
I wonder too. Yeah.
It's a bit.
Perhaps that Nova Core, who knows?
4 out of 6 times today.
Oh, do you want to flex the stats, or you don't want to say it? Okay, he's saying they beat a popular team today 4 out of 6 times. Anyways, yeah, let's just do you have the draw with you? But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. The draw will be sent out as soon as we get it. But yeah, pretty exciting teams for the top 32. Just confirm your rosters, and then we'll send you guys more details on the group. But yeah, that's pretty much it from my side, and we're gonna let you guys go on with the most wanted. Is it a friend list, alright? You guys are still doing friend lists?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Most wanted friend list. Yeah, all the best, Warwick and Waylander.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sam. Best of luck to MSA Cup, and well done on the draw.
Alright, man. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Okay, we're just gonna wait for the teams to arrive for the third and final match of this Most Wanted Skin series. We're just waiting for everybody to come online. I just need to maybe notify the teams that we're done, and it's time to be online.
Hopefully they're still available.
Yeah, hopefully they are still available.
I think if it's okay with you guys, I think I want to join the casting for this game.
Oh no,
'Cause it's been a while since I've been at
Cool,
this.
cool. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
As long as you're not prejudiced.
As long as I'm not what?
Prejudiced. Like.
Prejudiced, like biased.
Oh, nah, I am very prejudiced. I will choose a side and stick to it. I will choose a side and stick to it.
So vote your side beforehand.
Okay, guys, can I just while the teams are getting to the lobby, right? I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes, a quick break. Yeah, just maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. Want to wet the throat. I have been on stream and talking since around 8 o'clock. So,
Don't stress. Me and Nigel will be at it.
okay.
So Nigel, who you voting for, bro?
Um, yeah,
You don't even know
it's
who's
crazy
playing.
that no, I'm just stuck on the Nigel part. It's crazy that me and his voice sounds similar, but I'm
It
Avery,
does.
by the
It
way.
does. I do apologize. I do
No.
apologize.
You'll be
Okay, just
surprised how often I get that.
okay. Just give me the in-game name because I'm not clued up. I have what you may call it, outdated phone, so I can't see what's happening. I only see the screen that's presented to me. So sorry for the hiccup. And sorry for the inconvenience.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Um, for those wondering, I am Saint Avery. Just Avery when I'm casting, and yeah, it's nice to be back and casting. As for your question, I think you said it's Alchemy X versus who's the other guys?
Wolves? Wolves.
Cobra White Wolves.
Cobra White
Yes,
Wolves. That's
Alchemy
correct.
X versus
And
Cobra
nice
White
to meet
Wolves.
you though. I have seen you on stream. I do enjoy your stream as well.
Ah, thanks, man. I've enjoyed your guys' stream as well. I've enjoyed your guys' stream. You guys hold it up well.
So
Or some
basically
of
it's
us.
1-1. So basically it's 1-1 between Cobra White Wolves and AlchemyX. Now you know AlchemyX is gonna be devastated if they lose. It's gonna be like atomic bomb from Oppenheimer. So thumbs up to Wolves taking the second game. It's exciting to have at least one game going 1-1 towards a final series. Exciting.
Yeah, it definitely is exciting. Because sometimes it can get rather dull if you see like a straight wipeout of the other team. It's just like a 3-0 or a 2-0. So it's nice to see a back and forth from time to time. I am kind of surprised though. I will not lie. I am kind of surprised. I did not expect um
Wolves.
Cobra White Wolves to get a dub against Alchemy X. I know Alchemy X very well. One of our casters, main casters, himself, Rika, is a jungler for that team, so I know them very, very well. Um, and they're a very, very good team. They're a very good team. They're very organized. They do things in proportion. So I really like Alchemy X. Whereas Cobra White Wolves, some of their plays in the MSA and the previous tournament, it left a lot to be questioned. So I
That
wasn't
plays
expecting.
false. I am the roamer of Cobra White Bulls. So you can talk to me about the question you need to know.
Okay, you're the Roma, so you gotta.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
why would I asking me if I'm gonna be? You're
It's
the one
like a
who
trick
should be
question.
questioning it.
So
You should
yeah,
the
I was the
one
roamer for
asking
Cobra White Wolves in the MSA Cup. I'm glad the clan name progressed towards the final stage of the MSA Cup. And I must say the MSA Cup is an exciting competition to be part of. Thumbs up to the staff and PCY Gerard, organizer. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
Definitely exciting. Definitely exciting. I'm still, I value the because we have, a lot of when we do these tournaments, there's a lot of talk about these big teams, your Mavericks, your Equilibriums. But for me, I like the underdog story. I just follow the teams in which they're not necessarily talked about as much as
Do
favorites,
agree.
but they
Do
can
agree.
deliver a special type of flavor. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Yes.
I'll be looking forward to whether it's Cobra White Wolves, Yin, whatever the case may be, whatever team may pop up. But now I think we're slowly getting closer
Into the
to that.
action.
Yeah, into the action. Aren't you gonna go into the lobby,
Well,
or should I
Nah,
go
nah,
into
nah,
the
nah, nah.
lobby?
I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
yeah, I've got the
Um,
on Discord. I've got the live stream up here, so you can see what's happening. I'm just gonna remove the spectators from the lobby once we get one more place. Okay, they're left on their own. We're just waiting for one more players from Wolves, and then we can get started.
so
So just
exclusive,
just
I'm
just
gonna
just
go.
just
exclusive from
to
my
answer
side.
just to answer General Cho's question here in the live chat. General Cho, this is a skin series, so the hero selections you can make must only be from a particular skin series. Right now we have Wolves on the Saber skins up against AlchemyX on the Lightborn. So a bit of a difference.
Welcome to the stream, champ.
Oh my day. That's a great idea. That
So
is
yeah, so
a
basically
genius
we
idea.
have a pre-tournament warm-up that is based on the skin series, just to give the teams a random format about what's gonna happen in case of a tiebreaker. So we have most wanted competition. So if there is a tiebreaker, there will be a random draw towards a skin series they will be representing, and it will be a sudden death based out of one. So it's exciting times. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know the outcome, but it's exciting. It gives everyone a fair
Did
chance
we
towards
also have like a KOF
just flexing.
team? Do we also have like a KOF team?
We have in unfortunately we have a big and a small team. Like you have Araf, Nana, all those small heroes versus the big heroes. Then we have things as Hylos, Teresla, etc. So yeah, there's a lot of things happening towards Most Wanted. Um, it's a fairly like a twist, if you can say it. It's unpredictable, and that's what's making it very exciting. Like everyone has a fair chance towards winning and just being paired randomly.
All right, so we've got both teams in the lobby. We've readied up and good to go. Let's click that start button. And while I click the start button, those of you who are still watching there, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, now would be the time.
Now would be the time to unsubscribe. Unlike, I'm joking. But yeah, please show your support. Please show your love for my homie Waylander. But now we are headed into the draft phase. We are Camilla being banned from the side of Cobra White Wolves. A very good Roma, but we haven't really seen it pop off as much. But maybe it's a target ban. Oh, wait a minute. This is a CIP.
So it's a
I don't know
skin
what I'm
series.
talking
So
about.
it will be random bands. You will know what they are picking.
Yeah, oh
It's
my
just a
days.
matter of the engagement, flexing, and timing.
Yeah, no, this kind of threw me off. This really threw me off. So we know what the teams are gonna pick.
Yeah,
So it's going to be Lightborn versus
Saber.
Paper skin.
No,
what
not
are
Saber. Summer
what are
skin. Summertime skin.
Summer
Summertime
Skin.
skins versus cyber skins.
Oh, okay, Summer Skin. I think okay. There's a few decent Summer Skins actually.
Yeah.
We have the Claude, we have the Clint, we have the Nana, we have now we have
Hayabusa.
also a Fanny.
Well, at least we don't have Itachi on Alucard, so it's a flex.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of actually I think one sub coming in there. Synapse coming in on the Granger for AlchemyX compared to the previous lineup.
What do you think about the Clint on the regen, the spell?
With the
You mean
Purify.
Purify?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies on the purify.
Yeah, it's just to
I
escape that
think it is
Tigreal ulti.
working towards.
Just to escape that Tigreal ulti. So you can get away from the CC that'll come in. Because as we did see, the Sylveon was very disciplined in the use of the Tigreal implosion.
But do correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you think Flicker would be better towards positioning?
It could be. It could be. Flicker is a strong spell, but I see lots of people like to try to get away from the Tigreal. Because if Tigreal lands that Flicker ulti combo of his,
But even if you use the purify towards the Fanny, you're like the purify is a stun.
I mean the Petrify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for the what do you call it, pronunciation.
Yeah. But the Purify is a pretty decent spell in this particular situation, especially considering what happened in the previous two games with the beautiful implosion set up by the Tigreal.
Do agree. Especially when you have the
Alchemy
fanny
X,
bursting down, it's difficult.
Alchemy X disqualified. They don't have a light bone skin. Disqualified. Get them out of here. Get them out of
What
here.
happened to the trial card?
What happened? What happened? But yeah, I think one thing we can actually take notice of is the battle spell that they have here. I think we mentioned the Purify on the Clint, the Purify on the OB with this here. I forget the name. What's the name of the supporter?
And the
Lauren.
vengeance,
Lauren.
the vengeance on the other
Yes.
card.
Alucard?
Yeah.
Oh
Alucard.
yeah, Alucard. Okay.
It's an XP lane
Vengeance on the
Alucard.
Alucard. I don't know if I don't know what you guys think. Maybe Flicker would have worked better. Maybe a different type of spell. But maybe they have a different type of plan. But right now we are seeing a bit of aggression from Alchemy X and the Hybrid taking really low. But fortunately for him, Alchemy X side not to press the advantage. Seems as though Alchemy X are rotating all three members to the Lethal Wanderer. They want to take mid prio, and they will do as such. But what do you guys think about the rotation so far?
Well, it's I would say a little bit interesting from Alchemy X trying to get the mid lane pick off with the Fanny. Normally, with the Fanny, they try to go for jungle invasion. Though you'd see in the MPL matches recently, they haven't been really doing that because of that update to the jungle, where you get that extra defense and a defense reduction when you invade within the first 2 minutes. But both teams
there's
right
also
now.
that to consider.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a skirmish here at the top. There's a bit of a skirmish, 4-man versus 4, but no, both teams decided not to engage onto that. But in terms of lane pressure, what do you guys think about the Clint versus the Granger? Granger is a very strong marksman in the early game, but his strength usually comes from being able to take down those turrets. But in the mid lane, oh my days, the Hachiman being caught in a very bad position. The heavy sting catching him in the face.
beautiful.
Hybrid does manage to get the first kill, and that is the first blood towards Cobra White Wolves. That was insane.
Yeah, well, towards scaling the Clint against the Granger, if the Granger can't aim the skills, Clint will definitely be winning because his first skill is an automatic aim. It gives you that automatic just hit, whilst the Granger
and the
must aim.
Clint.
Yeah,
Yep,
when it comes
definitely.
to
And the Clint did get a buff.
when it comes to the damage matchup there, it's if Granger manages to hit everything, he's going to out damage the Clint, but it's going to be really difficult to land all of those. But both teams have very
I am gonna disagree on that. The Granger won't outburst the Clint.
It depends on the level. Like, see, if you're looking at level 1 versus level 1, then you're going to say that Granger has the extra bit of damage there compared to a Clint. But once they get...
have you shown the thing is the update on the Granger on the advanced server?
No, I haven't. Oh, beautiful implosion there, but see, the Purify comes out quite nicely. Manages to save Monkey D. Luffy there. So Purify is working out as a nice spell. I actually haven't been following much what was happening on the advanced server. Because,
So basically, on the advanced server, if it comes to Flourition, the Granger doesn't have a cooldown on his ult and on his first skill. So it's an automatic aim, and his thing is his ult. Like now, you can use his ult with 3 shots, but on the advanced server with the revamp, you can use his ult at specific times. Let's say, for instance, you burst down the Clint now with 1 shot on your ult. So you can type once, and you can leave it. And after a while, it refreshes.
That's actually going to be quite interesting. Though when it comes to a lot of the things happening on the advanced server, as much as I will pay attention occasionally, there's nice burst damage coming out there from the Freya. Legolas poking down the Alucard down to half HP, so he has to retreat under the turret. Meanwhile,
And-
Clint's
and-
having quite a nice time in the top lane. Alucard commits the ultimate, tries to get him back down to half health, but Clint getting a lot of poke damage in actually. As the waves come in there, we've got Tigreal realizing that there's a possibility that he might be able to get a set in here, but I think he's committed that the flicker already. Does he have it on cooldown? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, we got a Kai and Clint getting a bit of poke damage in there. We've got Harith making a rotation there from the mid lane. To try and get a bit of poke onto the Akai, but Akai is a really beefy boy. The beautiful implosion comes out, and they managed to take down the Akai, well, actually, that was the Tiger who fell through there, but it was a lovely implosion. It's just the fact that he's countered so hard by that Akai. With the heavy spin. Meanwhile, Harith there engaging in between the two turrets, and whoa, the damage comes out from between the Kagura and the Akai, and they manage to take him down. So the kills and the gold advantage and the turtle all going to the side of Cobra White Wolves at this moment in time. Meanwhile,
If you think about it, if you match up the skin series, and you think about hero pool matching up, and you think about the skills usage towards maybe skill defending or healing, it's pretty much fair priced, if you can say it like that.
yeah, nice lane swap coming out from Cobra White Wolves here, sending the Clint down to the gold lane and Freya up onto the top to try and get a bit of damage down onto the Granger. Though, and a nice positioning there from Legolas, realizing that AlchemyX Sylveon with a Tigreal coming in to try and get a bit of setup. So Legolas just flicker. The flicker for the second skill comes in, beautiful engage with a nice follow up. Freya commits the ultimate, but and does she manage to? And she gets the kill. What a counter engage from the. What a counter engage. But Freya still going wild in there. Manages to take down one. Manages to take down two. But it's the Kagura comes in with the final bit of damage. What a play there from Legolas.
Yeah, so Wylander, while we were on that thing as footage, how do you feel about the teams camping so long in towards ganking a lane?
I am a big fan of that degree of patience. Oh, beautiful engagement here onto the Fanny. Nice heavy spin committed there by Katleko 19 or with that Akai. I'm actually a big fan of showing patience. But you see, the issue with many players in this game is impatience. They see somebody who they think is out of position, but they're not really out of position. It could be a bait. It's always you act when you have vision. Vision and communication is the key to discipline, because we all throughout the course of the chat. Oh, nice damage coming out from the Clint there onto the Harith, but he manages to get away. Meanwhile, Tigreal manages to CC up the Kagura, but she does have that CC immunity to escape. And while all that action is happening, there's a counter engagement coming in. Implosion committed. Fanny into the backline there, manages to pick up one. But the counter engage comes in from Wolves. They manage to take down Hachiman there on the Harith, and chasing that Tigreal all the way across the map is Akai. Doesn't want to let it go. Decides it's best to retreat. But just to get back to the point I was making, it's the key to discipline is timing and the patience that you show when you're committing skills.
So talking about discipline, now Wolves are in the lead, as we can see on the map.
Yes.
How do you go about wave management?
So right now, all you need to do is see, like for instance here, right? Kagura is in slightly a disadvantageous position because the wave's pushing in and no one's here to really defend it. So they've actually given up the mid lane turret to get a kill onto the Fanny, which is not a bad thing. But AlchemyX realizes that they're so far away, and just for a Fanny kill, they've just lost 2 mid lane turrets. So what they should have been doing is making sure that the wave doesn't push into their turret without having to push the wave. Oh, beautiful engagement here by the Freya onto the Alucard. Manages to get the kill. However, the AlchemyX, do they have the damage to burst down this Freya? Oh, yes, they do. So if I was Cobra White Wolves at that moment in time, they should have needed to protect the mid lane turret. And what you want to do is deny the enemy farm by clearing their jungle when you've got that much map control and that much of an advantage.
Well, especially if you lose the mid lane turret.
And
The first turret, you have so much map control about engaging towards the buffs.
Exactly. And so now you're going to see, right, that Fanny is going to have a little bit more of an opportunity to get away. Oh, Kai, beautiful stun there onto the Fanny with a heavy spin. Fanny wants to re-engage, misses there slightly with the cables. Is there the fall? Oh, what an implosion coming out from the Tigreal. They managed to get two down. And then the continuous damage, and they managed to pick off. Oh, the Freya just doing so much of work, but it's a 4-for-2 exchange. Only the Florence still alive with the Lord being up.
Lauren couldn't deal.
Yeah, Florence couldn't heal through that amount of damage that was coming in there. Yeah, so
Well, I must say, I think Wolves is throwing away this game
yeah, they had so
towards
much.
discipline.
Yes, it was a lot to do with discipline. Florence had to commit the ultimate, but doesn't manage to save herself. Though, did she buy enough time for her team? Alucard trying to zone away. Akai commits that heavy spin. Fanny absolutely
jungler,
low.
red
Oh,
No contest.
manages to get that off, but Kagura coming in a lot of damage. They managed to take the Lord AlchemyX, but at what cost? They lose 2 for the price of the Lord. And it isn't the enhanced Lord. So was it worth it in the long run? Only time will tell.
Depending on, well, they have definitely the thing is what you call it, the tower control.
Yeah.
So Lord marches down there, and they get a wipeout on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah. So Fanny trying to get in there to at least get a blue buff, but Wolves realizing the danger gets together as a group and defends that blue buff, because Akai did take it, the Fanny's blue buff directly after that the Lord was taken. And so Wolves...
Well, it's the same. You have the light bonds with the engagement, and then you have the summer skin with the disengagement. So
Yeah.
they need to realize when to do what.
Yeah. So a flicker committed by the Tigreal there, but he doesn't manage to catch anybody in the back line. AlchemyX just moved back to reset a little bit, where Clint and Florent trying to gain a bit of map pressure there in the mid lane by pushing the wave down. Though in moments like this is the times where, me personally, I don't like to push the lanes too much. I like to if you've got this much team fight potential on your side.
You need to freeze the lane so you don't get gold.
Yes, you don't give gold away to the enemy team. At the same time, you just watch that major timer, the absolute major time, which is this one, right here at the Lord. And it allows you to know when to push and when to freeze.
And especially on the light bone, they need to have a pick-off situation.
Oh, beautiful engagement here onto the Kagura, just as you were saying that, and they do manage to pick her off. Meanwhile, a counter pick off on the other side of the Alucard. So the game's still quite evenly balanced. Akai getting a lot of damage out onto the Tigreal there. It's a 2v3 situation. Clint getting a bit of poking as the wave comes in. Are they going to try to engage?
He's gonna get it.
Oh, he manages to retreat. Meanwhile, AlchemyX making sure that mid lane turret is being pushed in. Akai trying to zone the enemy team away. They're trying to force out the heavy spin. They manage to catch the Harris, uses Vengeance to try and save himself, but he gets busted down by the Freya. So trying to bait out that Akai heavy spin ultimate. I'm not sure if I would say that it backfired, because it now allows Tigreal to actually do the set around the Lord, and we know that this Lord fight is coming up. I mean, AlchemyX are going to be missing the Harrod damage, but at least this time around, Tigreal's got no real worries. They managed to get 1 kill. The implosion comes out catching 2, and the damage comes in there from the Synapse on the Granger. Nice positioning, and the Alucard comes and joins in there. Oh my word! They managed to get wow. Clint managed to take 1 before they fall, but it is a 4-for-1 exchange with the Lord up. So do they have the? I don't think Freya will be able to come in and do much here. The Lord though trying to rush in there. Uh, the Lord goes to the side of Alchemy X, and this being the enhanced Lord is quite a good one to have as an advantage for yourself.
Well, if you think about going towards a team fight, if Wolves positioning right and they go head on without the implosion connecting well, it can be a turnaround wipeout and it's game dusted.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because what do you do as a funny player when everyone groups together?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna just zip around with those cables and you're gonna build stacks.
I mean, you have the option to go in, get caught, or in and out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna see now what happens.
Well, the Freya wasted ult.
Yeah.
No,
Beautiful
you
pick up
got
there
it.
onto the and the heavy spin committed, knocking
Khakies.
knocking the Alucard all the way in.
Oh, he got it,
Yeah.
beautiful.
And well, the kill to the Harrod as well in the whole mix here.
Well, definitely you need to go in. That guy needs to taunt, and then you need the Freya to engage. Because I promise you, the most damage is going to be landed on the Freya.
Oh, look at the damage coming out from the player. Solo kill onto the Fanny. And
So your key entry needs to be the Freya. Then you need to have the Florin to realize, listen, we need to heal the Florin. You need to have the Kagura to have the pick off on the Granger or the damage dealer.
yeah.
Just to wipe out. Then game set match.
Yeah. So you got the top lane being pushing in there though. AlchemyX manages to defend it. At the same time, Akai just want to make sure that Fanny doesn't get a blue buff at all. So he takes the blue buff once again, and they're definitely not gonna have it in time for the next Lord, which I think the next Lord, depending on which team it goes to, could be the one that ends it all.
Depending on the load dance.
Yeah.
Depending. But I think it will be squared before 10-minute load.
Oh, Fanny with a beautiful pickup onto the Clouded, but doesn't manage to get away. Clint with the counter damage. So it is, I would actually say, an advantage to the side of Wolves there with that pickup because the Lord's coming up, and even though Clouded makes such a huge difference, Akai still has that heavy spin to counter the Tigreal ultimate. Are Wolves going to go in for the Lord? Are they going to start this Lord dance? Are they trying to bait out the implosion?
It doesn't seem to have, the Granger doesn't seem to have
beautiful
much effect on the
poke
Akai.
damage coming from the clip. Meanwhile, Akai into the back line. He busts down that marksman and the mage, and he's still continuing the fight, forcing the heavy spin out. Meanwhile, Freya pushes the top lane in there. Alucard, I don't think he has the damage to survive this Akai with a counter kill. Meanwhile, Granger here in the bot lane forces the Winter Crown out there. With the bot lane being pushed in. Akai trying to recall to try to get into the... But Synapse, is he going to get caught? Commits the flicker. Does he have the dash?
Freya coming in. Damage is insane.
Yeah. Flooded coming out there, but what a nice play by Synapse on the Granger, managing to get himself out of harm's way.
I think personally on the side of Wolves is just the clinical error of finishing off.
Yes. It was also that very nice positioning there from the Alucard, a beautiful play that you get the 2 damage dealers. Meanwhile, Freya is starting the Lord for her team, and it's going to be an uncontested one.
1.8 damage on a shot. Imagine.
Right. This being the 18-minute Lord that's coming up. So enhanced and then some could be the Lord that wins it for Wolves if they show the necessary degree of discipline.
How's the builds looking like?
So they're almost complete all across the board. Okay, we've got a bit of the Thought we were going to have a bit of an engage there, but AlchemyX just making sure that the lanes are pushed out. Wolves doing a good job pushing the side lanes and leaving the mid. Though I see the Kagura trying to get towards the mid. At this moment, the Kagura should actually be leaving the mid lane wave. Because you're going to see them push up. Oh, what a kill. Beautiful kill there by the Clint onto the Fanny. As she tries to get in to try and clear that wave. As you can see, the waves are not exactly synced up properly. But the Lord is going to be storming into the base.
It's a Luminous Lord marching, so we can perhaps see ending.
Yes.
If the Akai has Akai has retribution, but still, if he uses his second skill and he has managed to land.
That's his 4 down for the side of
Wolves.
And well played to Wolves in this best of 3 matchup here, taking the victory against AlchemyX. Summer Skins win against the Lightborn. So, what do you think about this game, Mr. Wick? What are your thoughts?
Well, personally, I'm proud of Wolves. Secondly, I don't want to hear what AlchemyX has to say. But yeah, proud of the boys.
Well done to them. So, we're gonna have, this is gonna be it for us on this extremely long stream for tonight. We've been at it for, well, over 3 hours at this moment in time. Just slightly over 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes and counting. It was nice to have all of you with us. I really enjoyed the games. I really enjoyed the stream. Really enjoyed the time casting with you, Mr. Wick. It was a really fun experience. Also with the MSA draw into the mix there. Some really interesting, exciting matchups. So, from myself, Waylander, Mr. Wick, this is good night to all of you. We will see you tomorrow in the next stream. Alright.
GG's guys, well done to the skin draw win, Toyota. Waylander, guys, well done to the stream. Well done on an MSA draw. Best of luck on MSA Cup. Best of luck on Most Wanted. And may the best team win.
Good night, everybody.
GG's.